Bow, bow,
Oh,
dow, 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 bow, dow,
okay.
ba, da, 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 da.
All
Guess
right.
I got what I deserved. Kept you waiting there too long.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
All that time without a word.
No, no, keep going. I
Didn't
need you.
know you think that I'd forget or I'd regret the special love I had for you. My baby blue. Ba-dow, bow, ba-da-da-da-da-dow, ba-dow. He truly did break bad.
What? Oh, is that what plays at the end?
Are
It
are you
sure does, doesn't it?
are you serious? Yes.
I don't fucking remember. I'm not good when it comes to scores. If it's
Literally,
not like if it's not an original score, like if it's a pre-existing song used in, hold on, what you got there? Oh, it's Dwight. Okay.
it's no, it's the fetus actually emerging.
Okay. From like Eraserhead.
Exactly. How'd you guess?
I've seen the movie. I'm a connoisseur of Eraserhead.
Yeah, I'm a connoisseur of breasts mostly.
You consider yourself a baby.
Yeah. See, um, it's where I get
You
most of my
you don't get
nourishment from.
aroused by it. You don't get you
No,
simply have a physical urge
like I
to feed.
no, I really need it for survival at this point. Like Homelander, he would just keep bottles of breast milk. I do the same thing, except I just have farms, whole rows
You
laid out
you
of
need the maternal aspect that you've
ex
never had. But
exactly.
at the same time, as you've grown older, you've gained a sexual desire from it.
Yeah, I hope in season 4 they show us a little bit more of a younger Homelander who would play like a young Homelander who could show us this sort of transformation, you know?
Chris Evans.
All right, even though they're kind of the same age, if
I
not
know, but
older.
you can de-age Chris Evans to look like he's in his fucking early 20s.
I guess he could like have how he looked in
And how he
Fantastic
looks
Four
now.
maybe or yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
like how
But no,
Tom
that's
Cruise
not a real answer. I don't know why I
uh
tried to defend it. I don't fucking know. Who's young and Aryan and famous looking?
honestly, I'm not sure how Tom Holland.
I need to see Tom Holland like before he goes into his 30s, play like an evil monster role, like the judge or
Exactly.
something.
Yeah, hell yes.
Judge Holden is Tom Holland as Judge Holden.
Coming to theaters near you. Blood Meridian, starring,
Sorry, featuring.
featuring Tom Holland as Judge Holden, who would play the kid, I guess.
Ah, fuck, one of the Stranger Things kids.
One of the Stranger Things kids. That'd be fucking terrifying. It
It
would
it
make
would work. I feel like it can most definitely work, especially if it was who's the kid who just like screams in every situation? He dates 11. Mike.
Finn Wolfhard. He was in
I think
the
he could
It
play a good.
movies.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think he could play a good the kid. I've said
Yeah,
this before, and I still stick by it. Just his personality of him just being like an annoying, arrogant
yeah.
child.
But like as he gets older, I guess either he just plays himself still. Like it starts off he's de-aged and then we just show him like his regular age whenever the time jump happens. 'Cause like
It's like I don't know what it is about people in their mid 20s nowadays,
yeah,
but they could still pass for teenagers.
Like fucking nobody in Spider-Man looks like an actual high schooler. I'm talking about the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Even
Yeah,
hell,
yeah,
even
those are
like
all people in their 30s or late 20s.
yeah, like it's
I love watching that because so many people point it out that I watch and I go, "What? The professor really is like the youngest looking guy here."
for real, man. Like you just have to have Willem Dafoe stand by them to only highlight their age, because if not, every other scene just looks so weird with just Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst and James Franco right there. Um,
I even then I never saw it as you know, Willem Dafoe with his status and his age. He really towers down upon like
yeah,
the kid status. I never saw it as that. I always saw it as just like a bunch of adults having conversations with each other.
exactly. Like I
The
don't
kid has to.
understand why it couldn't have just been college Spider-Man from the get-go. I mean, I get it, they wanted to have like the origin shit, but they should,
Yeah,
if they make another Spider-Man in the future, they should take the Matt Reeves Batman role and just skip the origin story, just get right to the meat and potatoes there. Like how he does in the
yeah, but
games, basically, like in the
yeah,
games, right away he's already just a struggling adult, trying to,
established Spider-Man.
yeah, like
But
nothing wrong
that's the
with
thing.
that.
This is the early 2000s. This is the era where superhero movies existed not to tell an inspiring story, but to
Yeah.
just tell the story of a
Like
comic book character. That's
what was
why
there before? There was the Hulk and X-Men.
there was so much shit. There was Daredevil, there was
Yeah,
Catwoman, there was all the Batmans in the 90s and early 2000s. There
yeah.
was, I'm trying to think of old cheesy ass superhero movies because they were such a new thing at the time.
There was the Punisher,
There was Blade.
Blade. Yeah, there was Ghost Rider, all sorts of these characters who we don't really see anymore because they just don't really fit this kind of light tone that they're doing. Well, now they're
Yeah,
trying to experiment, I guess, with Secret Wars, but it sucks. Or Secret Invasion,
I'd
whatever.
say
It's so
I'd say they're
dry.
giving they're trying to bring the trope back of like the old cheesy movies where it's not trying to be like a movie to reach out to audiences, but it's supposed to be just like this entertaining comic book adaptation,
Yeah,
like Morbius and Venom, and those movies got like there you go, that kind of response.
yep. It's Morbin time. It's
It's
Venom time. What were the
no, I like
memes?
Morbius time.
Yeah, what were memes like back then? I'm trying to think. Like
I
I'm
don't know, just like a
saying,
picture of a cat saying "me" when I have to go to work at 6 in the morning, and it's
yeah.
grumpy.
So if we were using memes for marketing now, I guess eventually the movies are just gonna be memes. Like Oppenheimer and Barbie are coming out this Friday, and everybody's gonna go back to back to see it. Like, oh, I'm gonna wake up with Oppenheimer and go to bed with Barbie. It's just a whole movie day. I couldn't do it, man. I could not sit in a theater for that long.
Or what, two movies back to back?
Well, it's because Oppenheimer's gonna be like 3 hours long,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be like really probably emotionally taxing just from
Yeah,
the
it's gonna be.
subject material.
I really want to watch it, but it's definitely gonna be a type of movie where once you're done, you're
Yeah,
exhausted. It
like
was a
I
great
just
experience, but you're exhausted because you were constantly fixated on everything that's going on.
exactly like I just feel like I'm gonna see that movie and just have an existential crisis afterwards. Nothing would really help that except for a cigarette and a cup of black coffee. Not going to see Barbie, I guess. I mean, maybe. The only thing
The
it'd probably
tone
do
shift,
was,
it can't work.
yeah, the
That
tone
has to be
shift.
like that'd be a good like meme template challenge. It's just like just got out of the Oppenheimer Barbie challenge. I feel so conflicted. Nothing is real.
Exactly.
What would be harder? Barbie than Oppenheimer or Oppenheimer than Barbie?
Definitely Oppenheimer than Barbie, man. Because, like,
Yeah.
I feel like you see Barbie first and you're just having fun, seeing this, like, family movie kind of.
Or you hate it, and you can love hating it.
I don't know. I think it'll be pretty good, honestly. Like, I'll see both just on different days. Like, I don't know if I can do it all in one sitting. Um, but shit, what about you, man? Like probably I don't know. Like what would you do?
In this scenario.
Yeah,
Yeah, if I can uh Barbie then Oppenheimer. Because I didn't even know there was gonna be a Barbie movie. I didn't know that was existed. So now that it's out, I'd just have no expectations, and
no.
I'd probably turn my brain off, and then wake up for when everybody starts laughing. I go ah, and then I'd go back to bed, and then I'd watch Oppenheimer, and I'd be like stone cold sober. I'd be like,
Yeah, that movie's
I'd be like,
gonna
oh my God.
it's definitely gonna be a lot. Like I'm saying whenever the bomb drops and apparently they use like a real bomb for it. I don't know how that worked, but yep, we're just gonna have to see
Use a
how it
real nuke.
goes.
That would be so cool if a movie bought a nuke to like in a site to use, like an old nuke
They
from the Cold War.
they said like I think Christopher Nolan's exact words for no special effects were used or no CGI was used or something.
Okay, then yeah, it's probably just like a bunch of natural pyrotechnics that can mimic a mushroom cloud.
Yeah, there's no way they used a real atomic
No, they're
bomb.
not using a
Just
real fucking. What kind of society would we be if just people who wanted filmmakers could get their hands on these city destroying weapons?
well, would be a
Anything can be
society.
bought and sold, Batman.
There'll be a society. My father said in the future one day they'll use atomic bombs for their movies.
You must have heard of my father. His name was Donald Plutonium. They owe him a great debt, you see.
What's the debt for the plutonium wars?
It no, it made nukes.
They made nukes.
Okay, well, no, uranium made nukes,
Yeah.
uranium 256, but when added with a plutonium core, it makes a delayed and more intense effect, which makes nukes more boom.
Mm, okay. So that's probably what they're gonna do for the movie then, just make it look like something crazy
Yeah, yeah.
happened when really nothing
I'm sure
happened.
we have
Just like how
these
he blew up the
modern super.
hospital.
What?
How he blew up the hospital in The Dark Knight. That was practical. They just like rigged a
Yeah,
bunch of yeah,
not
pyrotechnics.
impossible. You just yeah, instead of you can either spend a couple dozen million on some
Yeah.
guys doing this on a computer to make a cool looking nuke that you can just grab on like I don't know Photoshop or something,
Yeah.
and or you could just buy like a 100K worth of bombs and blow them up.
Now that sounds awesome. Yes, it's gonna be a fun weekend of
Can't wait to watch a 2.5, 3 hour long movie of a bunch of guys standing next to an orb, sweating profusely.
my
I
favorite
just
meme is
love
the
the.
one where like when the weapon I invented for mass destruction is used for mass destruction.
This is like the Miles Morales meme. He's like,
I
well,
know.
yeah.
Because
Imagine you're tasked with making a world-ending weapon, and then it works, and you're like, "Oh my God, what are they gonna do with
for
this?"
real, like everybody who was recorded like on the record in the like
Well, the
books,
bomb,
yeah,
well, the
the
first one.
books written about Oppenheimer said that he was like really fucking annoying afterwards. They would always find him just like stumbling around drunk going, "Oh, oh, all those poor children, the children, like you knew what you were doing, just you did it anyways,
Yeah,
'cause
but it's a thing, it's his dedication. It is
yeah,
he completely changes a person. He was a very talented, I forget, a quantum physicist. I forget, but
yeah,
he's a man of science. He got this opportunity of a lifetime that no person right out of college could ever expect.
right,
He does it. It works. You don't realize the scale of what you're doing until you're like halfway doing. It's like, am I making a world-ending device? And then you do it, and then you realize that you've killed tens of thousands of innocents,
for real.
and then you have to live with the thought of if anything ever happens involving these things, it is my fault.
Mm-hmm. I have become a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. That's gonna be the thumbnail.
The fucking Oppenheimer looking at the camera in dread.
Yeah,
I have become a Barbie girl in, in a Barbier of worlds.
a Barbier of worlds. Oh shit.
Just a complete bastardization of that Hindu quote.
Yep. We we just love to destroy everything humanity has built.
Well, we are the self-loathing, cynical generation, you know.
That's
We
true.
are the generation in which a nuke could be going off and someone within the blast range would take a picture of it, you know.
Take a picture and just go, well, I guess I don't gotta go to work today. LOL.
Crying emoji.
Laughing, crying emoji.
Thumbs up 100%.
It was those Democrats. I told you. If we didn't allow those drag shows, none of this would have happened.
And then you know for a fact as soon as a nuke goes off in the US, and let's not say it's like a complete nuclear holocaust where everything's destroyed. Just
Hmm.
say one nuke hit somewhere in the US. You know, less than 24 hours there would be memes of like, I don't know, the Joker
Yeah,
with doing the grenade joke, but it's a
yeah.
nuke and he's like, let's not blow this out
It's
of
not.
proportion.
Well, things are gonna get blown out of proportion. I wonder what's gonna be like the last meme ever posted once the internet gets shut down.
Probably something involving a
What
superheated quasar
what if it
being.
is the internet itself? Like, I have no mouth, but I must scream.
I don't know what that's about actually.
Okay, it's a story written by, let me see, what's the author's name? It's a short story. If you ever wanna listen to it on YouTube, okay, by Harlan Ellison, Harlan Ellison. Basically, I'll show you like an illustration. It's a short story about a machine that was made in the Cold War, like an AI. Oh shit, I just
I know it's like
I am
about some sort of
overexposed.
Cyberman.
Yeah. So show
Yeah,
you
I know the
the
cover art is like he looks nervous at the camera and his mouth is covered.
yeah, well, no, you'll find out. I don't want to give away the ending, but that's a huge part of the story.
Is it just
Um,
implying is it just implying that he has sentience but can't act upon it because of
you
his
know what?
creators?
Okay, do you actually want me to tell you? This book was written in the 60s. If you haven't read it
60.
by now, what are you doing?
Uh, I don't know.
Okay, did you
Motherfucker who hasn't read Dracula.
all right,
It's been out
if you don't
130 years. What are you doing?
if you don't want to be spoiled by this, just skip forward a little bit. I'm not gonna put a thumbnail. I'm too lazy.
Don't spoil it for me, but okay, spoil
Oh,
it a little only in the sense that did I guess it kind of
well,
right?
you guessed it right and wrong.
Okay, good enough. Good enough. Perfect answer.
Okay, but the basic overall um layout of the plot is what?
I said I'm good and you're gonna just spoil it anyway?
Oh, wait. I thought you meant you were good about the cover, not about
No, I'm good
what
about the
it's about. So you're just gonna want to listen to it completely blind?
yeah.
Okay. If
I
you
need to
can't,
start doing that more. I have this horrible habit of
me too.
getting into yeah, I know we both fucking do it where it's like
Like with Blood
we don't
Meridian,
care for
anything by,
popular we don't
yeah,
care for popular shit until we look on YouTube and see like the best moments out of context and we're like this is mid.
we
And
just
then we
find like Windy Goon, yeah,
watch more and more snippets and then we're like, "Oh, it sounds
these
interesting." And then we just
niche,
watch it.
these very comforting niche video essays. I enjoy them, like it's a way of like feeling like I'm not watching this completely alone. like I have some sort of compatibility with consuming this content. Like I'm pretty sure if you had just like given me a copy of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream and I looked at it and I said, "Oh, hey, that's some cool art," and like started reading a little bit, I would be like, "Okay, that's enough." You know? Like I don't know, I just have a
This
problem
is
where I can't finish things unless there's some sort of like expectation, where it's going.
yeah. It's very hard because we're just so we have these things in life that we enjoy.
Yeah,
It's very hard for us to be open-minded on something if it doesn't catch our interest fucking instantly because we got the adrenochrome in us, and so we need to
I'm
be
pretty
hooked on
sure
something.
that's not okay.
I don't know. I don't know. Regardless, what I'm saying is I have the same problem too, where it's like
Yeah,
someone will recommend this great thing that a lot of people like, and I will give it like 5 or 10 minutes, and I'll go, "Hmm." And then I'll
for
come
real,
back to
man.
it like 10 years later, and I'll be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, fuck, this was good. God damn
That's
it,
how I
Evan."
was with Bloodborne for sure. Do you ever play that
Mhm.
game?
No, but same thing with Dark Souls. It's
Dark
like this
Souls,
game's
yeah.
stupid. It's
I'll be
hard.
honest though.
There's no cutscenes.
It's not for me
There
that it's
are cutscenes.
hard, just the first game in particular. I just hate how like kind of clunky it is. Like I'm just gonna play Dark Souls 3 instead because I hear that one is like smoother in the gameplay. Like the like limitations of direction that you can roll in the first Dark Souls
They
and like
all play so drastically different.
yeah, man, like I don't know, it's not even fun, you know. Like I do appreciate it like for what it is, but I don't know.
I
I don't
just
really enjoy the first Dark Souls game that much.
I started with Dark Souls 2, and I just felt like it felt like an older type of game. Like
Yeah,
I got it when it was brand new, but it felt like a game from the early 2000s just by like the clunkiness of it. But the clunkiness is like, how you're supposed to play.
yeah,
But basically, again, I always have problems with the movement initially until instead of trying to figure out the movement, you just tune yourself to the mechanics of the game.
yeah. And
Regardless,
then
the first game, you play like a fucking brick, you know.
yeah,
The second game, you play like a fucking jellyfish. You're just floating around and the movement's really wavy. And in the third game, you feel like a person. I'd
yeah,
say they
that's
got
what
that.
I'm trying to get. Like Elden Ring was the first FromSoft game I played, and I had no problem with the controls. Like I understood it's supposed to be hard, and I got to learn how to dodge and everything. Just one thing that pissed me off was I didn't know where to go. Like it was supposed to be this open world kind of thing that made you feel like you had to explore, but everything was so goddamn hidden. I really needed YouTube to get through majority of that game. It was just so annoying how like I didn't know where anything was to move any of the quest lines.
You can't do that when you're like past 12, man. You can't watch walkthroughs, dude. You call them
Yes,
game videos? No, you watched walkthroughs.
no, I needed
YouTube.
walkthroughs for Elden Ring and Bloodborne 2 a little bit, but at least Bloodborne
I
was
can't. I can't do those for those games. I have to find everything on my own.
it's
It's
annoying though. Like
exploration. It
I
is
just
fucking annoying. It
I
is
hate
so
feeling
fucking
lost
annoying.
and feeling like I'm not doing something right and then eventually I get fucked and lose all my souls or my
Yeah, but that's what incre have you ever heard of gambling? That's what increases the ecstasy of finding where you needed to go
you're
because
right,
you're like,
you're right.
oh, I'm this fucking area that I've been exploring for 10 hours. It turns out I had to go left. Oh yes, finally I've escaped retard's forest.
That's really how it
I've,
is.
es- I've escaped shitty grove.
Shitty Grove. I would not be
Like,
surprised if that was an actual area. Let's make our own FromSoft game and Born to Shit Forced to White
our own
Fetch.
from something. You can't just say
Yeah.
like an RPG.
Like yes, an RPG, but it has to be hard and irritating and at the same time
And
it's
filled with
gotta
a bunch of lore.
lore, yes, lore of course. Like remember that whole Chat GPT lore we wrote?
Yeah, but that's light fantasy. We got to make like some biblical stuff, some mind shattering lore, something that makes you laugh, makes you cry. Oh, makes you
Hmm.
fucking die. I don't know.
That is actual demon shit.
How many people do you think killed themselves because they got depressed from a Dark Souls game?
Pretty often, I'm guessing. Um,
Have you ever had like an emotional experience with a type of media, either a game, song, or show, that has made you so depressed
yeah,
that not that you've considered self-harm, even though if you already say yes, but has made you just like question going
complete
on?
despair.
Like
Okay, do you want to know what it was?
the end of Sopranos.
No, no.
Oh,
Sopranos
okay, no, that was stupid. That's stupid.
Sopranos didn't
Just
really
kidding.
make me sad. Everybody kind of got what was coming to them. No, I was gonna say Better Call Saul season 6, episode 12, Fun and Games. At least I think that's which one it was. I mean, you know which one I'm talking about, right? Like,
Is that's not the series finale, right?
no. Well, it could have been. It very much could have
Oh.
been, but
Is it
they
the black and white flashback stuff?
no, the one that's right before.
Dang, I forgot it because from that point, the attention has fucking got my attention focused on, oh, it's black and white, but it's also the present. Well, it's actually not black and white anymore because it is the present.
No. Well, I was talking about so basically the very scene that made me feel just that complete despair, whenever after Howard was murdered by Lalo, right? And
Mhm.
Jimmy and Kim kind of had to be participants in the cover up that Mike was able to clean up for him. They go to Howard's funeral, right? And they gotta pretend like their scam all along was true, that Howard was a coke addict and he was like a bad guy, like right to
Oh
his
my
wife's
God,
face.
yeah.
That's not the scene though. I'm
No, no,
leading
no,
up
no,
to
just
it.
say, I'm just saying. I always love hearing. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I
No.
always love. I love hearing these things that I've noticed, and I'm knowing as you're telling me, but from someone else's perspective, I go, "Oh fuck, you're right. That's something
Yeah,
that I completely missed. The idea that it's tragic that this joke that's been going on from season 1 to 6 ends in success, and it's tragic."
it is. And that's the point I'm going to. So they go back to the apartment, right? Kim has quit being a lawyer and Jimmy finds out she's packing her bags. Kim is leaving him because of just how they are completely bad for each other and for everyone else around them. And then Jimmy McGill, also known as Saul Goodman, using his ways of people skills, tries to convince her to stay by saying that he loves her for the first time in the whole series. She's looking so fucking pathetic, man. He looks like a little kid, like his eyes like just get these like this begging, for her to stay. But she
Mhm.
says, "So what? It's not a good thing that they done." So she leaves him. Next thing you know, it's a few years in the future, or whatever. They're in the Breaking Bad timeline, and we just see Jimmy in a shell of himself. He's just this transformed into this hollowed man, this
Yeah,
abomination.
like
It's like
season 5 Walter.
season 5 Walter, man. Honestly, I think it was even worse. I think it was like how in those stories you would read ancient mythology, I mean, about like the kings who would be corrupt with power, but they started out, just young and bright-eyed, like the biblical stories of who was it? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna spare the research. I'm just gonna say like it's
No,
really
it's
like
fine. I see what I get what
it's
you're trying to
tragic,
convey.
he just became
Yeah, you
this
either you die the hero or you live
or
long
live
enough to be the
long
villain.
enough to become the villain. That's right. Saul Goodman is just a tragic figure of fumbling a bad bitch. There we go.
He's
That
Slippin'
was
Jimmy.
yes, slipping Jenny for sure. And then like that last shot, where he's sitting at his desk and he actually says what Chuck said before the chicanery thing. He says, let the heavens wait, let justice be done, though the heavens fall. And then he just sits at the desk with a blank look in his eyes, just waiting for Walter White to come to that door eventually. And that was it, man. Whenever like the screen cuts to black and I just looked at my phone, I was like, wow, you know. So we
That
were all
made you
so
feel
ex
so hopeless.
what? I mean,
That made you feel so dreadfully
dread
hopeless.
hopeless for sure, man. Like you expected the first time you see him back in his Saul form to be like a lighthearted, like, hey, it's Saul Goodman. Oh, it's Better Call Saul. And
Oh,
then
oh, I get what you're saying. Oh, implying that, that gives you the it puts context behind the entirety of Saul Goodman's character
exactly.
through Breaking Bad, an
Yeah.
Ice King Adventure Time thing, where it's our favorite silly comical character. He's actually the most depressed.
Yeah, man. Like I've been rewatching Breaking Bad, and by season 3, when Saul gets more screen time, you just look at him as like, oh, what? How far you've fallen from helping old people and such to just trying to score with this sociopath.
But at the same time, fucking Saul himself is a sociopath in the sense where
I don't know.
I don't even think he's enjoying this anymore.
No, definitely
Yeah.
not, man. Like by the time in season 5, when he really wants to leave Walter, he just is so intimidated by him, by all that he's shown to be capable of. I really don't think he enjoys it. I think by the black and white portions of season 6, maybe that can be put into question how like he's really given up on life, and maybe like Walter's behavior kind of rubbed off on him a little bit. Like whenever he's scamming like cancer patients and breaking into their houses and shit. I don't know. It's just a lot of nuance to it. All right, what about you, man? What's your story about the piece of media that just made you feel hopeless?
God, uh, I don't fucking know. I wasn't even gonna go on something like a character more. I was just gonna say when I was like 6 and I was playing Halo 2, I got eaten by the flood and my brother left me behind. It was just this because when you're a young
Yeah,
kid, scenes play out so differently in your mind.
they really do.
And I'm so invested in the game, and it's scary. It's a rated M game. It's dark. There's zombies everywhere, and I'm running, and something like smacks me, and then my brother's like running away. I'm like, Jake, stop! They're getting me help! Come back! Come back! And he's like, gotta go, I
Man,
can't. And then I get eaten to death, and it goes in third person. I'm getting eaten. I'll always live with the thought of my brother leaving me to die in a
yeah,
situation like
that's I felt that kind of betrayal in Minecraft whenever my brother would like destroy all my creations and take all my resources.
I know.
It's
So
just like
mean.
stabs me in the back.
It's so silly to think about, but in retrospect, that was like days of work
For real, like hours, in
to
planning
hurt my
and in
feelings.
mining and like putting together what I thought was going to be this community, but actually turned into just this battle for control and
Oh my
territory.
God. Every fucking time, because I'm the younger brother in the family, I try to like get a group of friends together to start this. We're starting a Minecraft village, we can survival only. We're gonna share the loot. It's gonna be a community. I'm gonna invite my brother. And then he invites his 10 teenage friends and they just
Yeah,
break everything. And I can't kick them.
so unfortunate how they just like I was
Destroy.
yeah, I was the middle child. Like I got to exercise a little bit of that power, but at the same time I was also the victim
Was
of
always
like
a big
yeah, no, for sure. You had to have been like
I
being the
felt like a
youngest there.
native population when the
For real.
Europeans invaded.
Like colonization in Minecraft.
I try to I try to mind my own business. I try to help these people out.
Yeah. I,
They
I I
tease and kill me.
for real. I both wanted to have fun. Like I would make shit like theme parks with the mine carts and I would make like games and shit. And at the same time, but I would also want to make a livable space, like a town, like I wanted there to be like some sort of comfort in it where you feel like everything is working the way it should. And then it just became a war ground, like
It's yeah,
despair,
it's like the last little bit of your childhood purity. I
pretty
think
much.
Minecraft came out at the perfect time for us because it's in
Yeah,
the sense where what do you want to do now that you've gathered all the materials and whatnot? I want to build a livable community with like a bank and a food plate, a grocery store, and all this shit. And
but
now I just want to like put all the villagers in a village in a tube and pour lava
I
down it.
can't. I get so stressed out like whenever I see people do these experiments. That's not what the game was for. What I do nowadays, and like the rare moments when I have been playing Minecraft, I just put it on peaceful mode and I just explore, I spend time in nature and I go in caves. They've really made the caves look awesome now. Like the
I
way that
know.
there's more moss down there and like
The
I,
second they put those underground mine caverns, that already fucking hooked me because I'm like, there's diamonds in here, and then I'm like,
that was
this one's
cool.
got apples.
Yeah. Um I don't
Will
know,
say I wish I had your mentality when playing Minecraft because every time I hop on Minecraft, it's the cycle. I start, I immediately go digging, so within an hour I come out with full diamond gear, and then
man.
I go to a village. I live there for about a week, and then I murder everyone because I went crazy.
God damn. We're about to get cut off. Let's restart this in a second. Up, up.
And we're back from break, everybody. Oh, I love born to shivers. And tonight we are going to be talking about Blood Meridian.
No, we're not.
Okay.
Actually, wait.
No, I don't. No, that's a
Something
dumb.
I something I did want to get off my chest about Blood Meridian though. That was it.
Okay.
I was just channeling my inner judge and like making everything about my philosophical notions.
You should have taken your clothes off,
Oh yeah,
played the violin. But you don't have a violin though.
I don't. I had a guitar, but I sold it. I needed money.
For
Food and rent.
liar. You
I'm
don't need
not.
money for that.
Yeah. Oh, really?
I know what you're up to.
What am I up to?
Uh, buying whole birthday cakes.
Uh, you got it. You got me. I'm buying whole birthday cakes.
Yep. And that's why you cut your hair to
Yeah.
to lose some weight because you gained a little from all the cake.
Yep. That's
And
actually
then
not true. No, I'm actually losing weight. Like I checked
because
yesterday.
you're eating nothing but fucking cake and there's no protein.
Yeah, no
I didn't say you
nutrition
were
at all.
eating. I didn't say you were eating a lot of cake. I just said you're eating nothing but cake.
Only cake. Yeah. I don't know. My diet is just 100% cake. So that's what caused me to lose 6 pounds in the course of, I want to say like 2 weeks.
Yeah, my blood feels real still
It
sometimes.
it does. I'm
I
probably going into hypertension right now.
got blood clots.
Yep. I
I
got
got I got scarred alveoli in the lung. My left bronchi stopped working in '09.
how's your arteries, your I don't know anything about medical terms.
Arteries? I
Yeah.
barely know her.
Oh, okay.
Well, my tricuspid valve, started clotting up the other day. I had a Hershey's and yeah, that's
And
it.
well, did it help? That
No, that's
sound
what caused it.
Oh, what caused it? So you ate
Mhm.
chocolate and
I said, wait a minute. And it started clogging up.
well that sucks.
And then
I hear that dark chocolate is actually pretty good for your heart, not the like milk chocolate
no,
shit.
this was chocolate made by the Warheads company.
Hell no. Dude, I don't know how I'm still alive with the amount of like just disgustingly bad for you candy I had as a kid. like
Yeah,
Warheads, for example, and what else? Sour Patch Kids, of course,
dude.
Airheads,
Candy, candy in the early 2000s was like crack for kids. They were
pretty
coming out.
much.
They were coming out with these new products like every week. Willy
Um,
Wonka squeeze, to squeeze sugar into your fucking mouth.
no, literally, like, do you remember the baby bottle pops? Like, it was like a pacifier
Yeah, of
thing
course.
that you
Yeah,
would
it's like
put in the
fuck this
sugar,
lollipop. Just
drink the cocaine that's in there.
eat the coke inside,
What
and
if
then
what if if you snorted lines from it? I wonder what kind of high you'd get.
a fucking painful headache.
Pretty much.
Just oh, let's
That
do a
is
let's do a
unfortunate.
snort. Let's do a snort tier list.
Okay,
We'll
just lay
start with
out
like
your
start with like some speed.
okay.
You look snort. You go, ooh, oh fuck, that was well, I got a little bump for that. Then
It'd be
we'll go,
like a Good Mythical Morning. They just put the mirror in front of you with the tube, and they just go one after the other.
and you're like you just wake up from bed and the mirror is on your belly and the butlers are there saying, "Oh, Master Mick, Dominic, I mean,
Mr. Dominic, do
we're
you
here."
fancy a few lines, sir? Splendid.
No, it's like this is your prescription. You have to take these.
Oh shit, I didn't know it was that serious.
You take first, you go speed, and then you do a little coke, and then you do a little ketamine, and then you move up to drywall. You're like, wait,
Yeah, glue
that
and
one was different, and then glue.
I'd be like Chris Griffin, the episode where Peter wins the lottery and the family just uses the money on the weirdest shit.
He has a butler who gets him
Yeah,
like the most. He's like, I got this one, and I had to sign a waiver for it, my sir.
yep. It's this
Oh
do you think that Lois is hot?
no, I don't really. I don't really have much fixation to cartoon or anime characters.
That's a good thing, because I
Yeah,
know
it
for
is.
a
It's a
fact
good, healthy thing
there's
that
people who think that Lois and whatever Cleveland's wife's name is and Marge Simpson,
Rochelle. I don't fucking all the adult TV,
yeah,
the Adult
uh
Swim adult TV moms.
Linda from Bob's Burgers, God, it's horrible.
I don't know.
I like this sorry, off topic, but I'm watching like a Minecraft long play right now because of my
What?
attention span issues, and I really like the texture packs that make everything just glow more, have like a feel to it, you know, just make it have a little spice, make it bright and shiny.
Don't derail from this.
Don't derail from this. Like what?
Go go back to the
Go back to the cartoon
fuckable
MILFs.
cartoon moms.
You
Come
know,
on now.
I guess if I had to pick one, it would be Peggy Hill. Who's with me?
Peggy Hill. They don't call her Peggy for
For
nothing.
nothing. Bobby just walks in the room. Mom, what are you doing with Dad? And Hank just goes, shit, Bobby, go back to your room now, boy.
I have a propane leak.
I tell you what.
Just fucking manically stares at him. I'll tell you what, and that's it.
And Peggy still has the dildo in him, and she's just like so lost. I mean, like, what do you do in that situation?
No, she's completely like not paying attention to anything outside of what she's doing.
Yeah.
So
And
while
then
this is going on, she's still railing Hank.
and then Dale is watching in the closet because we know he's a cuck. He's just going,
He's
come
a cunt.
on.
It's not his wife.
Oh, wait, that's right. No, but
It's
you
just
know
a
what I'm
fucking
referencing.
pervert.
Yeah, he is. He's basically the Quagmire of that show, just with his own little
Far more
differences.
interesting.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, Quagmire's pretty much only character trait is that he's a rapist. So
He's a fucking rapist. That's
yeah,
literally it. While Dale, he's got like all this. He's like some weirdo conspiracist, but at the same
yeah,
time, everything he has a conspiracy about is real. So it's like he comes off as crazy, but he's probably like the most sane person. I
Probably.
remember the scene from one episode I watched when I was like 12, where Bobby is covered in fire ants,
Yeah.
and and he's like literally covered from head to toe in fire ants, and he's like, "Dad, what do I do?" He's like, "Oh, I don't know, son." He's like, "They're gonna bite me." He's like, and Dale shows up. He says, "Don't worry, kid. Grab my hand, and the fire ants will come towards me."
I remember
How do you,
this.
how do you know that will work? Don't worry, kid. They've been trying to bite me for 30
The thing
years.
was, though, it was Dale's fault that the fire ants were there in the first place because he was trying to ruin Hank's lawn for some reason, like some kind of competition, I guess.
Some sort of redneck dispute.
Yeah. Oh, well, they're not even rednecks. They're literally like just suburban Texans that we would meet in
They're
our hometown.
Republican.
Pretty much, yeah. But I mean,
They're normal people by our
they're
standards.
normal by our standards, but like if you show it to somebody from the East Coast or something, like this is 100% what Texans are actually like. Like I could
Fucking
name
hell.
10
Fucking
people like
King of the
Dale, Hank,
Hill.
and uh Bill especially. I know a few Bills, Boomhauers.
King of the Hill in California must be what Big Mouth is for us.
Pretty much, man. I mean, just gross child exploitation and just raunchy sex shit. That's what I like about King of the Hill and Bob's Burgers. They don't rely too much on like gross out humor to make their jokes. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
clever wordplay and
That's actually why I don't like those shows because they don't say fucking shit enough and they don't
for real,
constantly fuck and say kill and steal and just are awful and horrible.
for
But
real,
it's a
man.
cartoon.
I don't know. I like it whenever the cartoons are cartoony, but also have like a shred of realism to it, you know?
Like
I um
Naruto.
like Naruto?
I don't know.
What?
That's bad.
That yeah, that was like the worst example you could have thought
Oh,
of.
I'm sorry.
Or how about like Over the Garden Wall? Like that one's a real like folklore legend, you know, and they
Yeah,
use
yeah.
the storytelling with that so uniquely, like the way that every episode is kind of this separate thing. Like you could probably watch them out of order and it still makes sense.
I guess I haven't
Yeah.
seen.
Oh, you haven't seen Over the Garden
Um,
Wall?
took me a while to admit it, but yeah, now I need to watch it.
That was a good like short series. I'm
I
hoping
know
they
it's a
don't
fucking
like
short series too. It's like 10
yeah.
episodes.
Yeah, it was very impressive. Like at the time, my 12-year-old brain saw it, and I was like, now this
Oh
is what
my
I've been
God,
looking
it's
for.
this isn't how cartoons are.
Nope,
There hasn't been any silly sounds or like someone hasn't been squashed flat into a
no.
mallet.
Instead, I just feel this existential dread of
All I
this, like,
feel is this anxiety from this scary demon fella
yeah, the beast.
who
Do you,
says, "Trust me, kids, just follow me
yeah,
in the forest. Things aren't gonna be weird."
yeah, man. Like that thing still haunts me to this day. Like, I don't want to spoil it, but they show what like it actually looks like, and god damn, it's terrifying.
Yeah, I was more into uh I haven't watched a cartoon in like 6 years.
For real. What's the most recent cartoon you can think of? I mean, I know you were a fan of Adventure Time. You're a
Yeah,
fan
this
of
was Adventure Time and the regular
yeah,
show.
or the regular show.
I can't just name off pizza and hamburgers,
Yeah. You
Um,
gotta think of something that like you personally feel connected to.
I liked Naruto.
Naruto. All right, that's a
That's
valid
bad.
response.
That's bad. I got nothing. We need to derail. I got nothing, dude. I got nothing.
Well, I've been meaning to ask Lucas, would you care to have a dialogue about psychedelics,
Psychedelic.
specifically the shrooms of the mushroom kind? Now, since Morgan decided not to join us today, I guess we wouldn't be hearing his take until he comes back. So we're just gonna have to hear it from you today. Just the one who has ate the shrooms and the one who has not.
I didn't know how to start this.
All right.
Okay.
So Lucas, when you were farming your mushroom cows, and
No,
you
cut this
decided it
fucking
was
stupid.
all right. I'll make note of it to cut it out.
Okay. Let's see. So when you take the mushroom, it tastes very metallic. It's gross.
Yeah, no, everybody who has tried it has told me that. Honestly, that just makes me want to put myself to the challenge more. Like,
Actually, yeah,
what can
we
I
have
handle, you know?
we're very similar. I always whenever people are like, "Dude, I took the shrooms and I vomited. It tastes so bad." I go, "You're just a
Did you
fuck.
know?
You're
Yeah,
just a picky eating little bitch." And then I'll
like,
start eating them, and I'll do this thing in my brain where I'll just turn off all the senses in my tongue,
hmm
and I'll just go,
that's what I do with liquor. I just kind of push it down, you
and
know.
you
Remember why
pinch
this
your
is,
nose.
yeah, I just you got to think about why it's currently being drank, not the details. You're not at a wine tasting ceremony,
Yeah,
and if you are, I guess you had some pretty bad wine if you're not enjoying it.
that is exactly why I put the mysterious substances that I did in my body, even though I was afraid to.
Yeah,
But I knew what would happen if I did. So
because like we know people who've done them and we've talked to them.
I always have my that's all I need for assurance. I don't need to test anything. I don't need to have research done. I just need to know the guy who knows the guy, make sure he's alive when he tries the thing.
Yeah,
And I should say, okay, well, he's not dead.
right. That's all you need to know.
Yep. And that's shrooms.
So what happened like the first time you ever took them?
The first time I've taken shrooms was very disappointing. I it was my 20th birthday, my big 2-0. I didn't have any plans. All my friends were busy. Uh I called off work that day. All I did was sat in my room and I was so sad because I'm like, it's my big 2-0 and I'm not doing anything.
That's literally how my fucking 2-0 went. And do you know what
I'm
I
pretty sure
did?
that's how a lot of people's 2-0s go.
Okay, yes, but do you know what I did?
What'd you do?
I went to the gym. Yeah,
I went to the gym as well.
yeah.
But before after that, Kenneth my oh fuck. That's fine. He's part of the show. Ken was like, "Hey man, happy birthday. You want to come hang out with us and some guys?" I said, "Oh, fuck yes." And I did. And I was hanging out with some fellas who were of the shadier nature. And they were selling fungus, Minecraft fungus, the red one.
Minecraft's, yeah,
And he opened up his zipper and he said, "Happy birthday, little boy. I'll give you a I'll give you a special deal for
I
your
see.
birthday." And I was like, I wasn't interested in shrooms. I wasn't even interested in psychedelics too much at the time. I like barely touched acid. So I was like, oh no, I'm good. But it was like, but it's your birthday. I'll give you a special deal for your birthday.
That's
And I was
highly,
like, he gave me a decent amount
that's,
for 15 bucks. I said, I wipe my fucking asshole with 15 bucks. Sure, why fucking not? I gotta
yeah,
try it. It's my 20th birthday.
that's true.
So I hung out for like another 30 minutes and I was like, dude, I think I'm just gonna go home and eat these mushrooms because my fucking life sucks and I hate school and I'm 20. And then he said, "Oh, no problem, man. I'll talk to you tomorrow." And we drove
Yeah,
home and left. And because that's what you do when your friend's having a little breakdown. You just tell them everything's gonna be all right.
yep. And you say,
That's
I'll
it.
talk to you tomorrow.
So I was like, "Love you, man." I high
Yep.
five
All right.
and then I left. And I was gonna take my mushrooms, but I was feeling anxious because I had school the next day. And I was like, I can't be doing this no more, man. This is stupid. And then my brother was like, "Hey, you got any weed in here?" And I said, "No, but I got these magic mushrooms." And then he goes, "Magic mushrooms." and we split him because I was too scared to take him by myself.
Yeah.
And nothing much happened except this vague feeling of anxiety. That was literally it. It wasn't panic. You know, we know what panic is.
Yeah.
A drug-induced panic. This was just like, hey man, I feel weird. You feel weird? He's like, yeah, I feel weird. I was like, okay,
Hmm.
good night. And before we went to bed, the only thing that happened was that I said, oh, this stinks. I'm on mushrooms. Would it be so scary if like a creepy little girl ghost showed up right now? And then
What?
I turned over to my side, and there was a creepy ghost girl with like a with a face that was covered with hair and covered in blood. I went
So like the ring girl
like
showed up?
right, basically the Grudge, and
Yeah.
I went. I covered my eyes like a child, and when I opened up, they were gone. And then I turned to my other side, and she was on the other side. And I run to my brother's room, and I say, "You mind if I hang out in here for like 8 hours?"
So it is a hallucinogenic thing.
Absolutely, it because with
Oh,
LSD,
okay, okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry. We're just with LSD. The story's going on too long. You might have to cut a little bit of this anyway. Regardless, with LSD, you have to concentrate, or you have to you can't think of anything in order to hallucinate.
Yeah, I'm not
And
good at that.
you have to be in a state of mind. Because I've taken
Yeah.
acid before, never hallucinated until like the third time. Where if you're focusing on them, it'll happen. If you're focused on
Uh,
nothing, shit will appear. But on shrooms, it's unconsensual. It will happen. You
I
will see stuff
I
every time.
always thought it was like you only see like patterns and like waves and shit.
That's
I didn't
acid.
know you would. No, no, but I didn't know like you actually like can hallucinate fake shit, you know, unless
It
your house actually was haunted. We can't roll that out.
it was the kukui that showed up.
Yeah, like
I feel like
basically you got transformed into the Skinamarink world for a
I
second there.
honestly feel like spiritual elements exist if you're in the right circumstances to perceive them.
Yeah, I agree.
If you're under a certain amount of psychedelics, you will start seeing ghosts. You'll be like, "You can see me?
Yeah,
I've been living here for like 1,000 years."
that's crazy though. Okay,
Regardless,
so
with
that
mushroom,
was
it it is fucking hearing about it's one thing, thinking about it's another. Actually seeing a full like creepy pasta in front of you
for
will
real.
it will change your life
Like
because
next thing you know, Jeff the Killer is in your room.
like that's possible. Like literally anything you're thinking could show up.
Uh-uh.
I just saw some. I was like, oh, vague notion of entity.
That would like mentally scar me. Like I'm not good with picturing things that aren't there. This one time I got laced from like a distillate weed that me and my friend were smoking, and he didn't tell me that you only have to do a little bit to get like super high. So I was like sucking and sucking on it and like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
took way too big of a dose. I was really tripping. Like I was seeing the faces of people I recognized on like people that were passing by just on the street because we were walking to the gas station. Um, and like I don't know, man, it was so weird. Like I really felt not good about anything. I
Dude,
was
fucking hell. I swear to God, we're just too damn similar. When I was at I could say the fucking name. When I was at insert community college, there was this guy I went to high school with. I barely knew him. I hung out with him maybe 2 or 3 times. I didn't really care for him. And I'm in these study rooms studying for a test that's coming up in a couple hours. I show up to
yeah,
school 4 hours early. And the guy shows up. He like looks in the mirror. I'm like, who the fuck? I was like, oh, it's this guy. He's like, he's like so excited to see me. I'm like, oh hey. He's like, yo, what's up, man? Hey, I haven't seen you since high school. What's up, man? What are you doing? I'm like, I'm studying, man. He's like, oh, that's cool, man. That's real cool. Do you smoke? I'm like, yeah, sure. I smoke every now and then. It was like, you ever try this stuff, man? He brings out a dab cart. I'm like,
yeah.
what is this device? He's like, it's that real Cali shit, man.
They
It's
always say that, dude.
every fucking time that's how they pitch it. It's like it's from California, and and then yeah, he's like, just take a blinker, dude. I was like, oh, okay. I've never hit a car,
Man,
and I hit a blinker, And yeah, my world is upside down. Like it
Yeah,
is the first time you get fucked by a cart, it is a very powerful psychedelic experience.
man, we
But
need to have Morgan and Kenneth here because I had that experience when I was with them this one time, and like I really want to hear what their part of the story was too. Were you there that day? Probably not.
I probably not,
I
no.
think I saw you the day after, maybe.
All I know is that um when this happened, it doesn't just end with, oh, I got high at the end.
Yeah.
It's I got to this level of high that I've never reached in my life before. And I
Mm-hmm.
was so uncomfortable because it was beyond my control. And
Yeah.
I'm in a public place, I'm in a school, I'm at a campus. I have a test in a few hours. I don't remember where my wallet is. I, I don't even know who I am right now.
For
And I
real.
just going to the bathroom and just like sitting down and like trying to distract myself. And then the guy's like knocking on the bathroom door, go like, "Hey man, you good in there? You good in there, man?" I'm like, "Get out, go away."
For real. That's a
And
horror movie right there.
yeah, because I'm mentally incapable of verbally or physically defending myself, and I can't even like stand without looking like an insane person. So I just have to cower and wait. And as I'm waiting in the bathroom for an hour, I'm like, it's just getting worse. So I just walk. I walk the campus, and I gained comfort in knowing this because I can just like feel the rhythm of my legs moving
Yeah.
until I realize that the sun is halfway towards the sky, and I've been walking for 5.5 hours, and I missed my test.
Wow.
Because I got cart raped by this guy.
Yep.
Uh,
That's my number one rule, man. Don't smoke with anybody you don't know too well.
this shit's scary, dude.
Yeah. That's why I don't even like,
If you have a high tolerance and you're comfortable smoking, you'll probably be fine. But if you're not comfortable,
yeah.
there are just so many nights where I've fallen asleep at a stranger's like little kickback party. And of course there's like a bunch of other people there that are also falling asleep.
Yep.
But waking up and like the first thing you do is like touch yourself to make sure you have everything on you is the scariest feeling in your life.
That sucks, man. Like I would
Because
never want to do that, even if I passed out like drinking, you know?
yeah.
Like that can't be good in any case. And like,
And
can you
these are
imagine
like
like being
people
a
that I like
dude?
somewhat knew.
I know, but like, can you imagine like, okay,
Complete
I
strangers.
might say something that might be a little bit controversial, but imagine being a woman, dude, and like that happens to you.
Oh, yeah.
God damn, man. Like I couldn't imagine what that's like.
I I just do the same thing. I feel myself to make sure I don't feel
Like
any
you
different
weren't
than I have
violated
been.
at all, you know? Like that's gotta be like really common and like
Oh my
frat
God.
house
Yeah.
parties and shit. Like
I will
the
say if I've watched I'm a trader, I've watched this other podcast. You know General Sam?
no.
Well basically in his podcast he was saying, "Man, it's crazy being a woman. Me and my brother, we were just thinking when we were going on a hike the other day, our biggest concern was we hope that the weather is fine. But
For
my
real.
wife and his girlfriend were like, man, I hope I don't get raped, or I hope I
For
don't twist
real.
my ankle, or you know,
That's
so
terrible, man.
something that men don't normally think about when going on.
No, I mean it's not like it doesn't happen. Like of course men do get raped, but we're saying like in just this culture that's grown from exploitation and just violating people at any chance possible with no remorse at all, especially have like money to cover it up, like if there's an accusation, just get a lawyer or something. Like what the fuck. Terrible.
Yeah, It's a little, it's a little crazy, but could be worse. We could be scalping people and selling the scalps for 100 pesos a piece.
Hey, that wasn't that long ago, man. And you know
No,
what?
but so was, segregation and Jim Crow laws.
Exactly. Like the Vietnam War, I really believe that like if Blood Meridian took place in Vietnam or something, it really would have like the exact same kind of impact just from how recent it was too, but I don't know where I was going with this. But I mean, have you seen Apocalypse Now?
No, but I was gonna use that as reference. So I
Yeah,
feel like that's a
because
really good like it's not about the war, but like the what it does to humanity.
yeah, but quite literally, like Cormac McCarthy was inspired by the story that inspired Apocalypse Now too. So they are like related in that sense, where the judge and Marlon Brando's character come from this same character, kind of. But I mean, they are different too in a way.
I will say when I watched Full Metal Jacket when I was 13,
Yeah.
I came to the realization that like there are just some straight up fucked up people in life
Yep.
when like it's doing this montage of the interviewer. I forget his name. I think he's like the protagonist, but he's basically going around interviewing soldiers, and
Yeah.
he says, "Do you think that the U.S. belongs in Vietnam?" He says, "I don't know, but I belong here," and that's it. I was like, "Oh my god!" This
Yeah.
guy just basically says, "Yeah, I like to kill people. I don't know if what I'm doing is right or not, but I enjoy murder." That's about it.
I saw that as like he internalized what happened at the island with Private Pyle killing the drill sergeant, like as a sort of answer to the question he's been asking himself his whole life about man's will, like how we are born to kill,
Oh, well, hold
essentially,
on.
you
I'm
know?
sorry. Are you talking about the protagonist?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm saying the protagonist was interviewing just like a random character you don't
Oh,
see.
okay. Well, I mean, still, like that could have been a different case of just trauma inflicting on these young guys. Like they were supposed to be 18,
Yeah,
like when they got drafted.
yeah.
Like they're
That's
supposed
what
to be
like
really young and
basically
shit.
that's what the end of the movie is because they kill the sniper, which is a
Yeah, it
child,
was a little
and
girl,
and then he's
man,
basically
and
like, wait a minute, war's fucked up.
then they
I'm
just
pretty sure it's
march,
all that even that, but that's just the message I got.
and
The
then
thing
they're
I was hooked onto was just that one guy who's like, I don't know if the US belongs here, but I belong here because I have a machine gun and I get to kill people.
yeah, exactly. Like none of them really had any say in what was going on. They were just put into that war over, I mean, what, you know? Like so
Yeah, it's
unneeded.
like you put someone in this fucked up, unfair situation. It's unfair. Like, drafting is debatable.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's a necessity, but when you're being drafted into a conflict that doesn't really involve your country,
yep,
something you don't agree with, something that you're probably going to die from, you have to figure out how to cope with it if you can't
yep,
get out of it. So some people's like, shit, I got drafted, but I've always wanted to kill people.
exactly, man.
These closeted ideas that some people have,
For
and then they get
real.
the opportunity to enact on them.
It's
And
fucked
then
up.
some people are, just, and then they get shot by a 7.62 from 1,000 meters away.
Yeah. Man, I don't think I would last in the military.
Yeah, I'd probably cry and say I don't like it. They'd kick open my Foot Locker and pull out donuts and they say, "What the fuck is this?"
Man, I felt so bad for him, like that entire sequence. I mean, just the first, I guess, hour, right, is what it takes up. It's pretty much just about how this man gets broken down to insanity.
And it's like implying that he does have like cognitive issues.
Yeah,
It's like what really got to me was like the scene where he gets jumped in the middle of the night. They
yeah,
strap him with a bed sheet to his bed, and everyone's hitting him with uh soap or something. They're hitting him
yeah,
with something hard in a sack, and he's not just crying, but he's going, "Ow, ow." I'm like,
for real,
oh
man.
my god, he's saying "ow" like a child.
That definitely was intentional.
Yeah, yeah, because it's implying that he's fucked up, but he was drafted
Yeah,
regardless of his. mental capability.
Because like they just didn't care back then, you know, there was no kind of
ADD.
criteria.
What is this spectrum?
Yeah. Man, this is probably the most depressing podcast we've recorded yet. And nothing we have said has been positive. We started with Oppenheimer, then we went to like substances, and now we're just talking about war again. This
and
whole entire
and
arc, I
rape.
guess. Yes, yes, and rape, of course. The whole entire arc of our podcast has just been us
This is what
just growing
happens.
more nihilistic.
We keep saying, oh, we think too similar, huh? We're so similar. This is what happens when there's no one else here to fucking balance us out.
I know. Like when was the last time it was just you and me? Like where's Morgan? Where's Logan? Where's Kenneth? Where's
Our
Steven?
nihilistic ideologies are just forming into a hate
Please,
bomb.
somebody mention Marvel or something. Um,
Oh,
or-
here I go. Secret Wars was mid, bro.
it really is. It's so dry. I mean, I've only seen clips
No,
because I just can't bring myself to watch a whole episode. There's
no,
like,
Dominic. If you start watching clips now, you're gonna watch the whole dang movie.
I mean, I gotta base my opinion on something, just what I've seen on like Twitter, how dry the acting is and how there's no kind of like,
All the Marvel acting is dry.
but there's no like comic book like feel to it. It's like this weird political drama that probably didn't even need to get made if they're gonna do a Secret Wars anyways, you know? Like this is just for what?
I don't know. Why did they
Some
release a Black Widow movie right after fucking Endgame?
exactly.
Uh,
I think they should have took a longer break, if I'm being honest. Like, did you not make enough from Endgame? You know, one of the highest grossing movies of all time.
these are the same people who pander to the next biggest sexual trend. You know, of course, they're not going to give a shit about actually caring about, uh, completing the biggest cinematic saga ever.
Yeah. I think Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was pretty good, like upon revisiting it. I think that
I
one
just
was
thought
like,
it was just thought it was okay. I just remember so unfortunately here was the circumstance. It was me and my dad and my stepmom,
yeah,
and the fucking AC was broken, so it was fucking hot.
I don't know.
We started sweating by 30 minutes,
Yeah,
and it's a 2.5 hour long movie. Me and my dad were like, "We're about to we're about to get out of here."
dude, y'all should have
So
got y'all's money back.
but we really wanted to see the movie. But
For
it
real.
already goes down like a point because we can't enjoy the movie because in the back of our minds we're thinking it's so fucking hot in
Yeah,
here.
y'all should have got your money back and like comped like to see it another day when they get their AC fixed.
But it was too late because we already bought food. Like it didn't start getting hot until we like started eating and getting invested into the movie.
Oh,
It
okay.
was
So it
really
wasn't
bad.
right. It wasn't like that from the go. It was like,
If we stepped in and it was hot, we would have fucking left.
okay.
But regardless, it just it felt like the standard Marvel trend, whereas characters get introduced, a comedic scene happens,
Yeah.
conflict happens, they solve the first conflict comedically, move on to the next scene. The next conflict is a bit harder, more Marvel quips.
Marvel quips. Honestly,
But I did like the
I can
first
ex
Marvel F bomb.
wait, what? The first Marvel
F bomb.
F-bomb. Yeah, that was funny. I can tolerate the quips to a degree. Like if it's balanced out well enough, you know. Like if I do feel like the dramatic moments are hidden, like Rocket's little backstory there, that was pretty good. I liked High Evolutionary as a character. I thought he was
Yeah,
a good villain.
from a narrative standpoint, yeah, this does excel more as a Marvel movie.
Yeah, like
Because it has the same tropes, that's what makes me go, eh. But it was still narratively investing.
pretty much, man, but I cannot think of a Marvel movie that's coming out that I actually care about in any way.
Yeah, not more fucking uh Guardians 3 was the first Marvel movie I've seen since Endgame.
Oh my
I
God.
don't I just don't care. I don't care about Shang-Chi. I don't care about America Chavez.
Yeah, dude, that was stupid.
I care about Spider-Man.
Yeah, we do care about Spider-Man, but now
He's already got his third movie, so he's done.
Yeah. Like I feel like if they make a fourth, it's gonna be all right. You know, it's not gonna reach like the levels of expectations we've already had from the past.
Spider-Man 4 from
It's
home.
four from home. That just that makes
Woo!
that makes me feel violent. Dude, I've
Okay,
just been
dude.
watching
Gotta shoot
what?
ourselves.
Oh, good idea. So Lucas died. I'm just gonna have to carry the rest of the show by myself. It is now a day after we recorded yesterday. I waited to see if you would resuscitate.
Huh, where am I? Are we back? Has it been a day?
Yes, are you telling me this was intentional?
Hurry. Oh my God, we went on a break for so long.
You know, we were,
Like
but
5 minutes.
well, it felt like 5 minutes. For me, it was 24 hours just sitting here screaming at you to wake up until I eventually quit. I just
20,
accepted
20,
that,
24 hours.
yeah, I
Are
accepted
you
that you were
telling
dead.
me that we experienced time dilation in our short break
No, no,
period?
no, 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 you did. I didn't. I've been completely
No,
lucid
I,
and
I
awake
forgot
and
to turn off my
conscious.
I forgot to turn off my gravity inhibitor, and the strength of the gravity around me slowed the space time in my vicinity, making y'all move normal. But for me, that was only 5 minutes.
Yeah,
But
it's
for
like Interstellar when he's actually on the planet for decades instead of a few minutes.
yeah, but instead of, like 23 years, I'm like 24 hours.
24 hours. Yep,
Like
that's
a panic attack.
a whole day and a whole sun rotation you missed.
We knew things would be different. We were prepared, but I had
This
things
is
to do.
part two of episode 50 or whatever. I really don't care about the numbers anymore. I'm at a point now where I'm just gonna be doing this for the rest of my life
I
because
don't
I
even
just
know what the numbers mean.
what do the numbers mean? Are we like an episodic story here? Do we have arcs? Do we have character development?
Don't know. Looks like you'll have to put in the right control screen scheme to find out.
We will. So in the 24 hours while I was waiting for you to resuscitate, I downloaded Dark Souls 3, and you know what?
Oh,
I think this might be shaping up to be my favorite out of the FromSoft series, just
of
because
course.
I think I finally get what Dark Souls is about. You know, I don't think one did it good enough, and I haven't played two yet, but oh, look at that! It's the Embers. It's the Firelink Shrine
Yeah, you want?
being ignited.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you in the audience some more.
All
I
right.
made. I made the bonfires.
Now you,
I I was rolling around. I knew all the bosses before they became accursed, hollowed undead, if you would.
yeah.
They all had their personalities and their wits to them. Okay. No, it's fine. You don't have to watch the cutscene. You can skip it, dude. It's cool.
What do you mean?
I don't know what's more disrespectful.
That I was on my phone while you were talking?
No, no, no. Hear me out. I genuinely don't care, personally. But two game developers and animators and 3D modelers, how disrespectful is it for you to either skip
Yeah.
the cutscene or to be on your phone and wait for the cutscene to end?
Honestly, I think skipping it would probably be worse. Like, anytime I have a new game, I'll always watch the cutscene the first time, but if it's like a second playthrough or something and I've seen it already, I'm gonna like be on my phone and shit. Like
Oh,
it's
it's your
just
second time. Yeah, yeah. I'm saying this is your first time.
yeah, the first time, no, hell no. I don't understand how people be like, "Oh, I played the game, but I skipped all the cutscenes." Like,
Have
you
you
just
never
don't
been like 10?
know. When I was 10, I would still watch cutscenes.
Okay,
I
no,
mean,
no, you're
like,
fine. No, no. I knew like one or two people who would be like that. Like, you don't like read the game. Oh, if they talk to me, and if the game doesn't talk to me, then this is a playing game.
oh, okay, so if it were like Undertale or something, you just skipped every text
Oh,
box, they would just
I think the first two RPGs where I actually like read the little text was probably Undertale and
yeah.
Earthbound. Like I played those games like around the same time, and they're basic. They're very similar.
Yeah,
Undertale's Earthbound expired and whatnot, but I've played a shit ton of Pokemon's, a shit ton of just RPGs in general, like Dragon Quest, and I'll never know what happened in those games because
damn.
I want the new sword, I want the new Pokemon.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, those were always like enhancements of the game, like sorry, Skyrim, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
Like even if their lines would be so repetitive, I'd still listen to them because I felt like it gave life to the world, you know? It would be
yeah.
like the fifth millionth time you heard, I used to be an adventurer like you, but then I took an arrow to the knee, and I would be
Yeah,
like,
there's this moment, there's this time in your life where you can get so like immersed in a gaming experience
yeah,
that you don't even see yourself as this character, but you just see yourself like in the game. So you hear this motherfucker who says, "I used to be an adventurer like you," and you're like, "Yeah, well, you're gay," and then
yeah. I
you
mean, you
go
literally
down the
given up on life. All of the guards in Skyrim, literally, they're like, there's dragons about, and what do I get? Guard duty. I mean, you can go out and fight the dragons yourself.
no, you
I'm pretty
can't.
sure.
No, you can't.
What do you mean? There's
That's
got
like
to be
that's
like,
like saying fucking police officers are so mad because of the Ukraine conflict. Well, we're gonna go
that's
police over in the Ukraine now
that's
because we
completely
don't
different. There was
like.
war going on in Skyrim between the Nords and the what the fuck were they called?
But
The
if you're a guard for royalty, you can't just fuck off and do whatever you want. If you're
why
told to
not?
do something, if you're told to do something by the monarch, you don't say, "Well, I think as a guard that I should do what I want."
I'm saying like they're always bitching and moaning about how they're wasting their full potential, you know? They
Yeah,
should just
but it's
go out
not
and
their.
do it.
They can't.
Why not?
They're guards.
Because they're not
They have a
dragonborn. They
duty
were
to the crown. They're not like free citizens. You don't see the citizens going around saying, "Oh, I'd go kill dragons, but I gotta suck this cock real quick."
oh yeah. It'd be
No,
like all the shopkeepers.
it's
There
like
I
all the
remember there's
people
this
have
one
voices.
NPC who I wanted to kill so badly, and eventually I did because I did this run where I would just kill everybody. He was like so pompous and shit.
The
Like,
card
man,
district guy.
oh my God, yes, that's
I
exactly
don't
what I'm
know his
talking
name.
about.
I think his name's like Nazir or something. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, here we'll role play this. Go ahead.
All right. Well,
I'll,
wait. Am I gonna be him or are you gonna be him?
I'll be him, of
Okay,
course."
so I'm the Dragonborn. I'm just walking through silent protagonist, and then I pressed interact.
Ah, do you get to the cloud district very often? What am I saying? Of course you don't.
Fus Rota! And then I just shout you out of existence.
You can't kill him though, right? Isn't he unkillable? Isn't he the type of character that just gets on his knee and say, "I yield," and you can't kill him?
I am not sure if there was like a quest around him. I don't think I ever got to it. I'm pretty
Here's
sure
the
I
thing.
killed him though.
That's what always confused me. I wasn't sure if you could kill him or not, but I know for a fact he doesn't have a quest. He just says, "Do you are you affiliated?" And he's like, "Of course." He looks you up and down. He goes, "Of course you're not."
Yeah. But I mean, calm down, you know. You're in Whiterun. It's not like you're in the
He's talking so much shit in this backwater town.
for real. Like there's literally a cow behind you and like a guy preaching about Talos.
Well,
There's
then that's
like
exactly why he is bragging, because he's like the top dog in this shit town.
pretty much
He's probably the most poor person from where he's from. But,
exactly
it's like being a European immigrant. He'll just go to a neighboring country and they'll be like, "This guy's amazing. He's
nothing but
completely different."
nothing but posers. I hated the most of the NPCs. There were like for everyone that I liked, there was five that just annoyed me throughout all of Skyrim. Like no matter where you go, I think at some point, Todd, what's his name, just gave up and he was like, you know what? Just make them all really killable, so that way
It's,
whenever you do kill them, you don't feel bad.
it's a game that came out in 2011. I think it's crazy for what it is, but it clearly showed to be like the peak of what they were capable of because they just
Pretty
released
much.
the same game 10 times on three different consoles.
Yeah, like pretty much
Still
all that's
waiting
come
for
out.
Valenwood to come out.
Valenwood? What was that? Is that
Each game
something
is like the name of a different continent.
from the Elder Scrolls or from
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bethesda themselves? Because I was
Yeah,
thinking about
it's
how,
Skyrim 2.
yeah, Elder Scrolls
Six.
6 or
Yeah.
7, I don't
No,
remember,
it's
but
six.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Elder Scrolls Online's its own thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like really I was not impressed by anything they made. Even Fallout 4 was just okay.
I know. I think Fallout 4 was the first time I like this was revolutionary for me because it's like I'm 13. I got not only do I have an Xbox, I got the brand new Xbox One and the brand new
Exactly.
Fallout game. I loved three. I loved New Vegas. Hell, I even loved one and two. And
Yeah.
I started playing four, and I go, this game's really strange. It's really eerie. It's not.
Yeah, I just hate how empty it feels, you know? Like you be wandering around just completely lost because of how barren everything is. And I guess it's kind of the point, but wasn't the appeal of Fallout was that there were survivors from the war and they would like do stuff instead of just like circulate everything into these small ass like towns that you can only explore like one at a time, you know? It's just boring,
But
honestly.
yeah, the
I
problem was is like in three in Vegas, yeah, it's empty. It's a wasteland game, but it's very thematic. You know,
yeah.
like you are where you are. Like it really does feel like a post-apocalypse. And every now and then you're just enjoying a nice walk, and then a horrifying monster shows up or some raiders show up to kind of just like it's like a choose your own story type of game. If I
Yeah.
can, but then four, where it fucks up is that it captures the emptiness, but it's also like this weird, clean, polished um, rendering. But it's also there's nothing to look at.
Yeah.
It's pretty and empty.
At the same time, that gives it its appeal, you know, like you feel like you actually are a lone survivor wandering through this hellscape of a world, whereas in 4, I don't know, it just kind of lacked that, honestly. Like I just wasn't really feeling it. And so far that's the only game that I've played. I've only watched videos about 3 in New Vegas, and those just look way better, you know, just from the theatrics of it, I guess.
I think it's just also the art style is a big thing.
Yeah.
It does look a lot different. Two is also making uh making a protagonist who's already kind of a set character, like you can give him, neutral, nice or mean dialogue, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, he's pretty much this preset character. And uh, I I can't say anything about my custom Fallout 4 character.
Pretty much. I mean, like the main guy just he felt pretty dry, you know, like it doesn't really matter what options you pick to how he talks to people. I couldn't really say anything about him because he's just so bland. Like all his personality really is I gotta find my son and da 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 da, da, you know, we gotta do shit.
I I like the way he says "fuck you" to the guy who
Yeah,
kidnaps his son. I
yeah,
think
I
his name
remember that.
is Cinnamon Toast Crunch Kellogg.
Fuck you, Kellogg.
Fuck you, Kellogg.
That's crazy. That's literally the only line I remember from that whole
Hold
game.
on, 1 second. Sorry.
So, are you ready for uh I'm waiting to see like what you're gonna come up with.
No, 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 it's fine. You said, are you ready? I'm ready.
You're ready. I could not hear shit. Whenever like anytime somebody screams or does something at a high frequency, the microphone just does not pick up on this.
Insert stock rat sound when you see
Yeah,
that. Just put.
I was rewatching one of the old podcasts. It was around February, I think. And we did the Family Guy sketch, when you said that Quagmire's catchphrase was "I'm a dentist." And
It
I
was
remember, yeah, that hilarious bit. I remember I put like a stock footage of a dog barking whenever I spoke as Brian, like whenever I said something offensive or something. And that caught me as surprise whenever I rewatched. I was like, wait, did I do that or was that from outside?
I'm sorry, I spaced out there for 1 second. What'd you say?
It's okay. It was nothing of importance. Just recapping.
Someone called me. I got scared. I'm sorry.
Someone called you.
That's why I left the first time, and then they called me again. I
Uh,
I, I said hello. And they said, "Yeah, what's up?" I went, "Hey, who is this?" He was like, he's like snacking on something.
you just answer random numbers.
Well, it said it was from Houston, so I'm thinking maybe it's someone I know.
If you knew them, you would have saved their contact.
No, I don't.
Otherwise,
I don't have your contacts saved.
oh, that hurts my feelings. I've had
Because
your
you
contact
fucking
saved
told
for.
me. No one calls me.
Would do you
It's
want me
always
to?
Snapchat.
I mean,
No, I meant like everybody talks to me on fucking Snapchat.
yeah, that's the only time you call me is from Snapchat, so I thought that was your like
That's what I
preference.
do. I don't think I've
Yeah,
ever called someone except no. I don't even use the phone part of my phone.
pretty much. I mean, only for like serious cases.
Like no, I'll even call 911 with Snapchat.
You'll just ask the police, send help, LOL, with the Snapchat filters,
Well, no, first you have to talk to Snapchat customer support, and then they'll put you through the police.
and
But if
then
you try to call the cops past 10, they're closed, so you
oh
can't.
shit, that's crazy.
Imagine if 911 could close.
You gotta ask the police AI, send help, and then the AI will be like, sorry, can't process this request right now.
It's like a Black Mirror episode. It's
Exactly.
like it's
But
a dystopian world where cops are like telephone booths.
yeah,
If you're being chased by a criminal, you gotta run to one and like swipe your credit card. And then the cop opens its eyes and it says, "Your credit card was declined. Have a good day." And then
how
she's
about this? This is what the liberals want. Access denied. You said something homophobic in 2004. You are now deemed uh unfit for society.
uh or also here's another segment to add to that scenario. Hello, human male. Dominic Martinez. You have been randomly selected for castration on account to the what's a social group that we should hate because they're annoying?
Um, I feel like we're skating on thin ice here. We shouldn't hate too many social
Okay,
groups except for vegans
okay. You have been selected by vegans to be castrated.
because you ate a slice of turkey
No,
in your
no,
sandwich. Oh, randomly selected?
yeah, this is the dystopian, or I should say the utopian liberal society, where you're like, oh, I'm minding my own business, and a big robot it grabs you by the like dome.
Yeah,
It pulls out like a buzz saw. And,
that's terrible.
uh,
Don't you see? This is what the liberals want. They want you to get scalped randomly by robots with buzzsaws.
scout. I didn't say scout.
What'd you say? Like
Castro.
mandatory, oh, castration.
Yeah, because
Okay,
that's the liberal society. Is like
exactly.
you're a dirty man, and
You can't have
you
genitals anymore.
you have incel thoughts because you're a man. So we're gonna take away what makes you an incel.
What do
Is
you
what
think
makes you
makes No. Okay, here's a good topic idea. What do you think makes an incel? Are incels born or made? You either die a simp or live long enough to become an incel.
This is the worst bastardization of that trope ever.
I know. It'd be like what's his name from
Oh,
Megamind? Titan. Remember he starts out just simping over the reporter and then like
yep. And then he became a fucking evil man.
the ultimate incel.
Yeah, he started flicking people.
Yeah. Um Megamind is truly a tragic story.
Wait, what does he say when the mayor's like, "Oh my gosh, you saved us."
Oh, I didn't save you. You're now under new management. And then he gets flicked. And then the Superman stand-in comes and says, "My death was highly exaggerated."
And then his caps, God fucking damn it. And then his caps do this. And then he goes, ah!
What was his name? Metro Man, right? He was
Yeah.
yeah, he was a cool dude. I want to see him against Homelander, see who comes out on top.
Are you kidding me? Dude, Metro Man's like stronger than Superman, Goku, One Punch Man. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
You
he would ice
Logan, I'm
Homelander.
not even joking just because it's like, oh, haha, because he's from the funny cartoon movie. Logan pointed this out to me because he was like, I asked him who would win in a fight, Omni Man or Metro Man, and he said Metro Man would fucking turn Omni Man into paste. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Why? He's like, do you not remember that scene where he fakes his death? How he was able to move so fast that he was able to reevaluate his life, go on several vacations and journeys,
Yeah,
and then return back to the point where he was. Basically, lived his entire life within a fraction of a second.
yeah.
Kidding me? You want to see how that fight would go with Homelander?
He
There
would
you go.
just kind of do that stop time trick basically. But you see, the
You
thing
know what?
is,
You would probably make himself. He'd probably fake his death every fight.
yeah, like Homelander would just be convinced that he won because Metro Man would have had an existential crisis.
Yeah, it was like, this Homelander guy's really got me thinking. He just seems really angry at the world. It's like his eyes in slow motion lasering it. Ah! The lasers coming out of slowly. He's like,
Yeah,
I just don't think I'm going to be able to talk my way out of this one.
no, that's terrible.
And then he does
I
something
think
like this. He goes,
I think the good person in him though would see Homelander's actions and
what would happen?
what?
Oh my god.
Yeah, it would just go
And
straight through.
Homelander, and then Homelander would be like, this is all that's left of him. I got him.
You got him. But like Megamind really wasn't as big of a threat as Homelander was. Megamind just kind of wanted to cause some mayhem. Homelander is set on like complete world domination, you know? Like I'm very interested to see like how this basically he's completely off a leash now, you know? Like how is that going to turn out? Like he just thinks he's above everyone at this point, even like his fear of being alone. He doesn't need that anymore because he's got like a son and loyal supporters who let him kill just scot free, you know?
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting how jaw dropping that season 3 ending is.
Yeah,
Because again, you think it's just gonna tease the fact it's like, oh, is he really gonna, oh, he maybe is he gonna go crazy? But then it shows just like this very subtle and realistic, like this is what would happen. The guy threw a brick at his son, and so in an aggression, he lasers him,
yeah.
and
And
then
everyone,
he's immediately like, oh fuck, and then everyone's like,
yeah.
no,
And then the
because
violins start and he goes, ah, ha, 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 all right.
you get mixed reactions. You get some people who are freaking out, who are waiting for to see what someone else is going to react.
Yeah,
Someone happened to react positively, so the crowd says, oh, this is a good thing. Yeah, yeah,
That's just it right there, man. It just took that one guy for the crowd to follow. And now, I mean, he can do anything. That's literally what the song is called. When I listened to the soundtrack and got to that violin at the end, the like bam, 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 and Ryan's like smiling and shit. I think it goes for both Ryan and Homelander in that moment. Like, we are basically gods, like among these people. We can literally do whatever we want. It's
yeah.
just,
Yeah, it's supposed to mirror them because you can see
yeah,
Ryan's feeling this feeling these new feelings of affection that he's never
yeah,
known he wanted, and now he
like,
craves them, and he knows that people love him just because of what he is, not who he is. Because
yeah,
that's how Homelander fell from grace. Is that he's born in a lab, he has these powers, he doesn't know anything about the world, but what he does know is that everyone likes him because he can fly around and shit.
yeah. Like he said it himself, like he believes that everyone else needs them, I mean, needs him to save them, when really that usually isn't the case. Like most of what he is supposedly supposed to prevent them from, he kind of just creates himself by like manufacturing these events to make Vought look good, basically. But now that Vought really doesn't have as much control over them as they used to. I don't know, it's really going to be interesting seeing how it all ends. I really think that The Boys is probably going to last like maybe one or two more seasons, because how long
Yeah,
can they really just stretch out the plot of, oh,
honestly,
Homelander
I
needs to be stopped?
at the point where they're at, I have to say season five. That has to be it, and
Yeah.
a spin-off series of some sort. But regardless, the thing about wait, I lost it. No, I know I waited too long to spit it out. Oh, it's okay.
Wait, what? Okay, the
Oh,
thing about,
I'm talking about Homelander. We're talking about Homelander
yeah, you can
and
do it. You
how
can do it.
and how
Oh, we lost him.
this is
Shoot.
embarrassing.
Lucas
Cut this
lost
out.
his
Cut this
train of thought.
out.
Oh, great. I
Oh
think
yes.
it just, I
Oh,
feel
this
like it would have been a same thing as if Breaking Bad had gone on after season five, you know, like
did El Camino.
El Camino, but that wasn't like a
Yeah,
series. It was just the movie, and it was
yeah,
good. But like I said this before, it really wasn't needed, but it was good, to wrap up Jesse's character arc in like a shorter amount of time than another season about him without Walter.
yeah. In a less unsatisfying way than Jesse gets tortured by Nazis and then manically drives out away, being one of the most wanted men in the world.
I mean, at first I was okay with that because it leaves like room for interpretation. Like, you think he turned himself in, or do you think he did use the disappear to get away, and how would that have happened? But I mean, it was good to see it, like for ourselves, like in person.
If it was any other character, I believe they deserve an ambiguous ending, but
Yeah,
deserved a win for everything he's gone through. I
exactly.
need to see him have a happy ending, and they knew that because they 10 years later they gave him his happy ending.
Yep. Same thing with like Skylar, I guess. Like we don't know exactly what happens to her, but I guess we kind of get a good idea how like she's just gonna be depressed, but at the same
Yeah,
time really
she
won't.
settled. She settled that her life sucks and she can't do
Yeah.
it.
And then we see Marie again in the Better Call Saul finale, just like looking pretty bad, like I mean she still has that like fire to her, but she's
She's
definitely
got
not the
moxie.
same. Yeah,
She's hardened.
definitely.
She's no, she's I think she's gonna go from shoplifting to first agreeing people. You
Yeah.
know,
Like she's gonna take out her anger on other drug dealers starting out.
Marie becomes a Mike type character.
Yeah, how about this? Badger and Skinny Pete decide they want to get back into the drug business. They're ready to break bad themselves. They learn from Heisenberg and Jesse that they're not going to stand from it for it anymore, They need to be the ones on top. And Marie takes notice of this, so she starts like scouting out like the moves that they're making on like Albuquerque territory and stuff. And she corners them, and she's got an AK-47, and she just says,
She says, y'all are y'all are going downtown, clown.
"That's
and,
terrible."
and then she says, y'all can either go in the slammer or y'all can be cops. And she throws down badges that she wrote on pieces of paper.
Where
And
are you going with this?
they because Jess fucking Skinny Pete and Badger, aren't they sober by El Camino?
I think so. Yeah, it is hinted at that they actually use the 12-step program for good and not to just sell drugs to addicts.
Exactly. So they're no longer doing drugs. They're not on the Walter's out of the picture. So now they're on a different journey. They're now on
Yeah,
a road to justice and how they stop
justice.
drug related crime.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everyone in the show who mattered was dead by that point. Who would they have like interacted with, you know?
There's always more. There's always they never close up the ending with the arms dealer.
Oh yeah, the
What if
one
he builds a militia?
building like shit an army
An
of
army of
like
soccer moves.
vigilantes, like mercenaries, you know?
And they're all like in their mid 50s, early 60s, like Mike. They're all
Like
these like old.
QAnon January 6th. Oh shit, what if actually from the ripple effect of Walter White's actions, it led to January 6th riots? Same thing as like the Wayfarer was caused because of him. He's just the cause of every
Every
dramatic US history from the
transportation
2000s.
incident,
Yeah, like a bus crash or some shit. That was somehow Walter White's fault.
any commercial transport based incident is because
Terrible.
Walter didn't save Jane from dying.
Exactly.
That's
It's
fucked
crazy
up.
how like Jane really didn't have that much screen time, but
Yeah,
a lot of the series would have been different without her presence, like giving Jesse this sort of emotional outlet to have like an exit of some sort. Like Andrea was okay, but she definitely didn't have that edge that Jesse needed, to feel like, I could escape from all this. But then she died and she's like, well, I kind of have nothing left in my life except the fact I know how to make some pretty good meth. So let me
I
just
I will say I was more emotionally attached to Andrea because she had Brock,
yeah,
and the showing that's what really got me. Besides the scene with the Crack family, showing that Jesse is a bad guy, but he's not a terrible person. Like he's good with kids. He
yeah,
likes animals. He's like playing with a bug. Like he sees beauty in life, and he's such this pure character. So I was really attached to this family type hold he had with his characters. However, Jane is far more of an interesting character because
yeah,
she's
definitely.
kind of like she's bad. She's like bad for Jesse. She's manipulative. She gets
Yeah,
to a point where yeah, she wants to leave with Jesse, but at the same time it's more of a selfish desire so she can get out of getting out of trouble for what she did, like relapsing and shit.
pretty much. Like I think every relationship, like the couples in the Breaking Bad universe were toxic in some kind of way, because that's just life, like people sometimes take our relationships with each other and put them in really like even if it's conscious or not, like it's usually for selfish reasons, like Kim only really staying with Jimmy because she was having a lot of fun scamming and shit. And whenever that went too far, she was like, you know what, maybe I should get out of here, you know?
I need to like we're killing people. Jimmy is getting
Yeah,
real.
Howard was not supposed to die. He was just supposed to have his career ruined, which
Supposed to like take a picture of him with his pants down, not get his brains blown out.
pretty much.
Uh, bless you.
Thank you.
No. Bless you. You don't thank me. You think,
I thank God.
yeah.
I see. Um, Fuck. What media did you consume this week? Let's talk about what we've been watching or playing or like just investing ourselves in. You still in your audiobooks and shit?
I have not touched audiobooks in quite a while. I've actually been very media deprived because I've been so absorbed in my studies with the summer semester and whatnot. I don't have
Uh,
much time to be looking up much things besides the occasional background noise.
yeah, definitely. I need some kind of background noise every time I'm studying or doing homework and shit. But what's going on here? You're smiling like the judge. You got this murderous rage in you that can be unleashed on the world.
I just want to share my smile with everyone.
That's terrifying. Oh God.
Oh God, imagine if I don't know, Putin is about to commit some sort of nuclear holocaust,
Yeah,
and he releases a live broadcast to the world, and he says, "I just want to share my smile with y'all," and you can see flares illuminating from your window.
that'd be terrifying, mostly because I've never seen Putin smile. Like he always just has that serious face on him. I
Yeah,
wouldn't be surprised, but to see him like just enjoying it, you know.
because well, he'll have like the political, like the publicity smile, like the hey,
I don't
but
even see him do that though.
I've seen him do that because he does a lot of
Really?
public events. Yeah, he is a ruthless fucking dictator, but he's like a
Yeah.
very public person. Like the public loves him because of who he is. You know,
I
regardless
rem
of
I remember
atrocity.
he posted a video of him working out and like everybody was just clowning on him because he was barely lifting any weight to begin with, and he had the lifting gloves on. Everyone was like, "So you think you can just bomb a country that's like not even in your territory, and then you go ahead and just put on some lifting gloves? Like, what, you're afraid of getting your hands calloused, you bastard?"
Yeah, and then he sends, a UAV drone after tracking that kid's IP address, and then nukes him, and then he goes, like it never happened.
Like, it never happened. That's terrible.
Yeah, it's
It's,
imagine, there's something scary about someone who doesn't get offended. It's someone who acts upon what you've said to them.
yeah, like you'd think that it'd never make its way to their ears, but things have a way of that. Who do you think will be the first one to kind of like I'm saying person in power to take notice of more initiative force to wipe and think we ought to stop those people from spreading bad words about our name.
Uh, Probably the who do we it's probably Germany because all the Nazi stuff. They'd
The
be like,
fact we have
you guys
Heinrich
need to
Himmler as a
listen.
character,
Listen, we were okay with like the first couple Nazi jokes. This is episode 50, fellas. You guys need to get a new joke. It's not
sorry,
funny anymore.
Morgan just does such a good job with the mask on. And speaking of Morgan, he told me he was driving home, but we still have heard nary from him. We've heard not a thing from any of the gang.
Yeah, it's just ever since they hopped into that submarine, we just haven't heard much from them.
Yeah, I mean, I was too poor to go because I couldn't afford to spend up about $1 billion to take the tour in the submarine. So Morgan, Logan, Steven, and Kenneth are just having a good old time in there, I'm guessing.
Imagine exploding your wallet and then imploding yourself.
I know. There's a great irony to that. I wonder who's gonna be the first to make like a movie about it.
Can't do this anymore.
I've been up to no good.
Morgan,
Real.
where have you been?
What?
It has been over 24 hours since we started this week's episode, and you were nowhere to be found. Explain yourself. Explain yourself.
Mhm.
I killed a man and I had to hide his body. And that takes time and effort and planning.
Why'd you do
You
that?
asked. 'Cause he cut me off.
Don't you just hate it in traffic how pickup trucks tailgate you? I mean, are
You
you
know what?
trying to eat my ass already?
Yes. But
That's
you know
why I
what?
deploy road spikes behind me
Trucks.
to get tailgated.
I wish I had road spikes.
I just
They
have
could-
these Mario Kart items stashed into my trunk.
I
Whenever
was
Why?
someone really pisses me off, I open my trunk.
I was thinking more in terms of the Batmobile. You just release spikes on the road behind you. You're talking more like you throw a banana behind them or something and
Well,
they
it can
slip and
vary. It's whatever I have for that day. It can either be a bomb from the 17th century, or it can
yeah.
be like an appeal or a shell.
I hate when someone cuts me off and I honk at them and start talking shit. And then they wave at me and cower. And they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Like I guess people in traffic really can't win because I'm mad at them either way. Because you
Yeah.
cut me off. And then you apologize not so now you're a pussy. So
Yeah.
you should have just stood your ground and
Exactly.
yeah,
taken that spot.
Keep facing forward.
It's
real.
yeah, you're fucked either way because either it's like, oh, dude, I'm sorry, that was a dick move of me. No, fuck you, you're a bitch.
Yeah.
Or it's I fuck you, I cut you off, asshole. You're like, yeah, fuck you, you asshole.
Yeah. Like
Exactly.
the people who don't let you merge, you know what I mean? Like they'll have all the space in the world and they'll just speed up as soon as you put your blinker on.
Yeah,
Oh,
that actually annoys me.
when it comes to merging, I'm getting in the lane one way or another. I don't speed up, I don't slow down. I go a constant speed and I legally merge. And if anything happens, that's out of my control.
What the fuck? No,
Hey.
That's some savage shit.
I always make sure there's some form of space between us because I just can't
Coward.
afford to hit
Bitch.
anybody. Okay, sorry, I can't
Well, it's
afford
not
to hit
about hitting
anybody's
people.
car.
Here's the
Broke
thing.
ass nigga.
I'm not trying to hit someone. I'm just trying not to get hit. And you have to go out of your way to notice that a car is merging. They're trying to avoid the exit that's in the next 500 feet. And
Yeah.
you
Yes.
cut them off. It's like I can't do anything. There's three cars behind me. I need a turn. You're matching my speed when I need a turn for some reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I
Which
don't
is
get what the
goofy.
fuck that's about, you know? It's like be smart. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I know. Maybe they just have like a vendetta against people and they see like
You just
chaos
asked.
and destruction,
You guys.
which I can get behind. If you're just evil, then whatever.
One time, we were driving back home from our job, us meter reader folks.
What?
We were in the most left lane, you know, like the fast lane, because we were
Yeah.
like 2 hours away from home, and this old bitch next to us, man, wasn't paying attention at all and had no reason to cut us off, was like trying to speed up, I guess, or maybe wasn't even paying attention at all. I don't know. But like the next thing I look to my right and I see her almost drive into us like from the other lane. And the guy that was driving, my boss, he starts honking and the lady like tries to correct herself, but she overcorrects and she just starts swerving. I was looking behind us like, is this bitch gonna flip over? And she didn't, but like, goddamn, it was crazy, you know?
Nothing like someone nervous behind a giant weapon.
Metal.
It was
Yeah.
like a big ass van, you know, like it would have crushed us. We were in a Prius and like,
Ew.
Ew.
hey,
Yeah.
for our job, we do a lot of driving
Wait,
and
hold on.
having
You know
a
what
hybrid
sound a
car
Prius
helps.
makes?
Hold on.
You
Hey,
know what
I'm getting
sound
a
a
call.
Prius
I'm getting
makes
a
when it
call.
passes by?
Hey, I'm getting a call. Hello? Brian
Yeah.
Griffin? Brian Griffin?
Oh, here we go.
Want your car back? That's all
A
I
blue a blue fucking Prius. That's too good. That's comical. That's not real.
It is,
That's not real.
unfortunately. Yeah, the Prius isn't my favorite car, but for our purposes of just driving resourcefully, you know, by using the electric and the
By
gas,
being a bitch.
whatever. Yeah, what do you know?
I don't.
I know how to
Listen,
drive.
you just try to rationalize what type of car you have. You try to make it not
A
seem as
blue
bad as it is.
Prius.
Like, you
It's
know
not
what?
Even my
car-
car, we
car's
just
not crazy, but it's ecological, it's economical. So I have
yeah.
a Honda Civic.
The Civ-
So it sucks, but hey, I get 28 miles a gallon, so isn't that
Damn.
That's
Isn't that
unfortunate.
something?
That's not a way to live.
What makes you say that?
fuel efficient?
20 miles a gallon? That's
28,
not good, is it?
My truck
28.
probably gets like
Oh,
20 miles a
20.
gallon, 15 miles a gallon. I don't know. My truck
I,
is dog shit.
yeah, I don't really pay attention to my gas mileage. I just know when the little robot symbol looks like it's about to shoot himself, it's time to save that little guy's life, you know?
The
Um,
gasoline symbol.
Yeah, it's like the little robot dude. It
Goodness
looks like he's about
gracious.
to shoot himself.
It looks
this
like a
shouldn't
gas
be
pump, sir.
this shouldn't be how you perceive the world at your age nowadays. You're like, oh, the little robot guy. He
Whoa.
makes the little triangle with the exclamation mark. My car's brakes stopped working, I guess.
Yep. That's
That's how I
unfortunate.
perceived it though when that happened to me. Oh, look at the triangle. That means something's wrong.
Yeah, yeah, I
ABS?
just ran a
ABS?
stoplight and somebody just almost killed me. I guess that means that
Now
I
hold
gotta
on.
change my
Now
oil.
hold on. I was literally talking about myself, and you just came in and attacked me unprovoked. Lucas is the one talking shit about you, and you just had to come in and jab me out of nowhere. That was uncalled for.
Well,
Oh,
you
wait, what
know,
did you say? It doesn't matter. I'll just go back in the recording.
no, you're not. Do you actually watch these?
Yes.
I'll
I
watch
do
like
sometimes.
an
I
episode in
watched
a blue
every
moon where,
3.
yeah. What's y'all's favorite episodes?
The one
I
with
don't fucking know. Like I don't remember anything about any of the previous episodes. If I'm being 100% honest, I remember. No, my favorite one is the very first one.
God, yeah. That was
It was ridiculous.
my favorite one was just when we were talking about the logistics of Wolverine, you know,
Oh,
his
yes, that
I
recovery.
was
was I was so bored during
that was
that
impressive.
bit.
That was awesome, dude. It's like
I
if
know, but
he's
like,
got food, he can heal. Kenneth, he's a fucking skeleton, dude. Got no stomach to eat a burger.
Bro, Kenneth was tripping. He got the stomach. Oh my god.
You can inject the food in the bone marrow.
that's
That
terrible.
empty
He did
bone.
say that, didn't he?
No, I
Did he
mean
say that?
he would say something that logical.
He would. He would. I believed you. I 100%
Oh,
believed you.
Morgan, we actually had a story we were talking about yesterday that we wanted your perspective on because you were there and Kenneth was also there, but we don't know when the hell he's coming back.
Okay.
All right. Lucas, do you remember yesterday we were talking about
No.
our times? Oh, all right. Yesterday,
what?
I'm sorry. No, I should give you a chance before I decide that. Go on.
you were talking about your time hitting a blinker while you were at school,
Yeah.
and you were like completely lost, just in
Oh,
yourself.
yeah. Well, because I didn't willing. I've never hit a cart in my life, and
Yeah.
Oh,
this guy from high school that I've talked to twice in my entire life, fucking disturbs me in my study room at my campus, and he's like, "Hey, I talked to you once or twice. You like weed?" I'm like, "Sure." He's like, "You ever hit a cart?" I go, "Oh, what is that?"
ugh.
They date raped me.
Pretty much
He
like
did.
Lucas
did.
probably got laced and then he was just left by himself to
Divide.
I just feel myself in like trying to figure out what's going on.
exactly. Now, my time really wasn't that bad, but Morgan, that time y'all drove to pick me up over in my bleep unnamed city and we were going back and you know,
You said the N word like 6 times? Yeah, that shit was fucking insane, dude.
hey, y'all
And Kenny was like,
consented.
get the.
I
Oh,
asked permission and y'all consented before I did it. I am not
no,
proud of
that
it.
I was
I'm
joking. You
I'm
just
not
threw
proud of
yourself
it
under
by
the
any
bus.
means, but we were
man,
dumbass
no.
young teenagers.
Got your ass.
And I
Got
thought it
your
was
ass.
cool.
People say stuff that they've been closeting under the influence. You got a little loopy and you felt strange, so you're like,
Yeah, I know. I'm not proud of it. Thanks, Morgan, for like calling me out. I might not even leave
You're
this
welcome.
in But anyways,
That's
so
pretty
All right,
bad.
but what were you saying?
like my first time hitting the blinker, like I knew I was gone. This was unlike anything I ever felt before. Like you and Kenneth were in the front seat. I was just going crazy, and y'all were like not helping at all, just blasting music and like recording me. I remember saying at one point like, "How long does this last? Does this last forever?" And you were like,
I
"Yeah,
remember that too.
yeah." I just said, "Good," because I felt pretty good. Like I think those were the times before weed started making me feel anxious and like panicky and shit. Like it went from before I was on the Joker laughing gas, now I'm just smoking the scarecrow toxins every time.
Damn.
So I was having a great experience. And then we went to the park, right? And we saw some old friends, and I felt really good. Unfortunately, this was a week before the pandemic started, so I would never feel that way again.
No.
Was this really the week before the
It
pandemic
was,
started?
man. Like it was that spring break when we were
The
told,
band.
yeah, that we were told the next day, hey, y'all are never coming back to school again.
Right. Hey, nah. I am also never going back to school again
Nope,
because I graduated before the pandemic.
you
Yeah, me
did.
too. Yeah.
I
Me and
was in my
Lucas,
junior year.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about before the pandemic? Oh
me
yeah.
and Lucas, we got to go to prom. We got to go to.
We gotta do lines.
We
We gotta
got to do
fuck
lines.
4 bitches. And
We
we
did
gotta
ketamine. Bro, you remember when we
we
were doing
did so
ketamine in the
much shit.
bathroom, bro? That shit was fucking wild.
We
That
came home
sounds
so
terrible.
hard. I like you were me, I was you. So I tried
And
to
bro,
kill you because of my self-loathing behavior. I was like, "Ugh," and you tried to kill me because of your self-asphyxiating behavior.
yes, bro, that was a fucking crazy night. We both almost died too, if
Dude,
not for
I
Kenneth
ate a
coming
kid's
in and giving us
fingers.
both mouth to mouth.
Yeah, and when they pulled their mouth out, they're like, "Oh my God, is this a finger?" And then they saw there was a child with no fingers. I apparently I ate someone's fingers.
You didn't tell me about this before.
Well, the ketamine, dude, I couldn't
That's
remember.
crazy, because I ate one of their fingers too. If I'm I was never gonna tell you this, but since you're telling me this now,
Dude, I
like
was
this is
saying
crazy.
I had they were missing all 10 fingers, but I only had 5 fingers in my mouth, so I was like, could have been
Whoa,
me.
whoa, hold on. I only had 4.
They must
Wait
have
a
been
minute.
a 9-fingered.
Hmm.
No,
I wonder who could have done that.
the only other person was Kenneth, unless Dom.
Kenneth did
Were
say he
you?
woke up with a finger in his ass that next morning.
Well, I guess that solves that mystery. Yeah, da, 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 da.
God
Yeah, da,
damn.
da, 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 da.
That's
So
all,
I just
folks.
I want to
bet
make a
you thought
Looney
I was
Tunes
gonna say.
outro.
Wait, what?
I can do
Uh,
better.
yeah, that's all, folks.
I was trying to do the
That's all, folks.
Oh, that's scary. Oh my
Did I
God,
do it?
that was
Did I do it?
pretty good. That was pretty good.
You sounded
Hell
like
yeah.
you touched children.
And
You
then
sounded
Well, I
like
use their fingers. What do you think I do with the like? Come on, bro. Use your context clues.
oh my God. You sound like Herbert the pervert every time he's near Chris Griffin.
Mm. I didn't get what Herbert the pervert was about when I was a child.
Yeah, I
Thought he was
just
just
thought he
like,
was
No
just like a
wonder.
weird old man.
whoa, whoa. But no, I thought he was just a freaky old man.
Yeah, yeah. Because you don't know what that is.
You're right. You're right.
Did he
Until now,
remind you of anybody?
yeah, your fucking dad.
Well, now,
I'm sorry.
that was unexpected.
God.
Now a message from our sponsors.
Have you tried Viagra? Don't do it.
Oh,
We have these new rhino pills. We're going to give them to you for free. First one's free. And if you survive, it's $5.99.
I'm sorry. Did you
It's
say
it's $5.99.
why. It's like a late night commercial. And there's lag. There's like lag with the commercials.
It's $5.99, and
Everyone fucking jokes about waking up at 3 a.m. and the fucking George Lopez theme is playing.
yeah,
would
that shit has actually happened to me.
I would wake up to the fucking commercials doing that shit in the middle of the night. Though.
That's
Only
terrifying.
Order now.
Oh yeah,
and today.
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 No, I'm waking up in the middle of the night to like 20-minute long infomercials, like wondering, wasn't I watching a movie before this?
They
Like, this
hypnotize
is
you.
wild.
One time-
There was some, I don't know what, I noticed one where it was a commercial and then a timer started. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? And it went on for 17 minutes. I was like, this commercial's taking over my life.
Oh gosh.
I woke
Okay.
up to a phone sex ad.
Did you
No.
call them?
No. Yes, I
Pussy.
did. It was like, you know
Oh.
how Comedy Central, like late at night, they'll do like the phone sex.
Oh yeah, you were being funny. You called them to be funny. Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
That doesn't.
Sure, bro.
No.
Huh? What?
What, you're gonna
I'm
like
playing.
take
I'm
a
playing. Continue.
what you're gonna like you guys gonna take a piece of crap on me? That's gross. Like a big piece of sloppy juicy shit. That's disgusting.
Describe it for me real quick. How would you do it?
You're gonna make me bite it until the juice
What-
squeezes out? That's fucking gross.
What have you been eating? What have you been eating recently? What color is it when it comes
What?
to that? Is it green? I like my shit green, to be honest. I love it when it has that green tint. It's
Oh,
so
good,
rare.
'cause
It's
I
also
hope
very
I
abundant.
hope you had bell peppers because this looks like blood.
Ooh. Ooh, I hope you had asparagus because this stink good. Ugh. God. That's rough.
I wonder if anybody's like
Smell
stopped
this
watching by this
I
point.
can smell this conversation.
We talk about like this isn't gonna be the digital footprint we leave for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, but it's not like anyone's gonna
Notice?
do a deep dive of this.
Probably
Yeah.
not. You
This
really
is-
gotta
I
have
think
our
the first
same.
couple episodes are tame. They're just kind of like edgy humor and Breaking Bad references. Now we're just unhinged.
Exactly. Like you gotta have our exact same interests and be like niche, you know, to our specificity, specificities.
You know,
Take your time.
How the hell do you say that?
We
I'm
can
I'm
we can
Specificities?
talk about.
I'm like,
we can
yeah,
talk about
specificities. I'm
Nah,
like
we
Jimmy
get it.
from
We know
South
what
Park.
it
the
is. Done.
specifics.
The
I'm
specifics.
going to kill you.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna gouge your eyes out with my thumbs if you keep trying to say that word.
Which one?
I don't know. Just don't say it again. You'll have to find out. If you say it again, you'll
What's
just
the
lose
word?
your eyes. Be careful. Tread lightly.
What's the word? Be careful. Tread lightly.
Yes.
I don't even know how you spell it. Wait, hang on.
Yes, Lucas. You have
No.
7 days.
All right.
Bro.
Oh, okay.
Specificity.
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 SPECI. I don't care. I'm too inebriated.
The
Nope, cut that
specificity.
Fuck.
Okay,
Morgan, you
bro.
said you were
Okay.
inebriated.
Down. Okay.
What are you taking?
Yo, my guy.
Oh yeah, he's been doing that. He's been doing that for the past 2 days.
Does that look pretty good? It's got a little muzzle flash.
That was pretty good actually. I was like, that was kind of crazy when I
I
saw
need to
it.
like slam something loud enough for my
Yes.
computer to pick it up
You
and
need
it
to
go.
like, dude. No, you need to have like a fucking, maybe a fireworks
Yo.
too much.
I need to stop joking and get a real gun and
Yeah, and blow your actual fucking brains out. Please.
and then I'd do one of these.
Yeah.
Reverse time. Put
Yeah.
the
Oh shit. Okay.
That was
That's
a real multiverse of madness. Morgan, how was The Flash?
It was the trailer. But it was like,
That's
it was
fucked up.
what,
You called it the trailer.
bro? I watched it and it was like, yeah, that's pretty much it. But there's a villain that's not shown in the trailer at all. It's an okay movie.
I told
But
Lucas
then,
about
but
that
then, wait, about what?
the scene where like literally the whole plot like goes on pause just to show some lifeless CGI puppets of
Yes,
like
that I like.
dead
I,
people.
it
Christopher
was something else.
Reeve and the guy who played Superman in the radio dramas, who apparently like killed himself because he hated that he couldn't escape the Superman role when trying to find work as an actor. And like here he is just immortalized as a CGI Superman puppet. Like
Yeah, it's like when movie companies pick fun at themselves for being redundant or using some sort of trope, but then it's also like, hey guys, look, isn't this horrible how we puppeteer dead CGI carcasses of real people?
exactly.
Isn't it
It's funny
horrible?
when we poke fun at ourselves, right? Even though
No,
it's horrible.
it
It's a
makes
very
me
annoying scene.
full of dread.
It really kind of does take it. Like it's fun. Like there's a good reason for it to be there, but the people they included, nah, not even a good reason. Like I mean,
No,
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 there's like
listen,
no
listen, listen,
reason.
listen,
Like
listen.
no one's going like, oh, it's those guys. Everyone's reaction is why?
I'm not
Why?
talking about the characters. I'm not talking about the characters. I'm talking about like the concept of like the multiverse and shit and
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
The way they did it, yes, it was good. But then they started showing dead people, and then it was like, what? And then like it was just fan service. It wasn't. They didn't do anything with it really.
yeah.
It was
I'm
Yeah,
just like
it was distasteful. That was all.
it
I'm
was
just
very
so
distasteful.
yeah, I'm so
I
tired
don't
of
mind.
multiverse. I don't want
Nah, I
any
don't
more
mind.
multiverse movies, but sadly they're here to
No,
stay for a
no,
while.
we ain't even cracked the surface of multiverse movies. And
Oh my
anyways,
God.
it's not multiverse movies that are bad. It's just the people making them that are bad. And this fucking movie, I don't. It wasn't that good. I
No,
just
you
wish
know
they
what?
would like. I don't mind fan service when it's not dead people, and they, like there was so much CGI in that movie too. A lot of the scenes, some like Batman, not even Michael Keaton's Batman, Ben Affleck's Batman was like his when he was doing action scenes as Batman, his fucking face was CGI.
I saw that.
Yeah, like it was so obvious too. And for some reason, all the Kryptonian, like Zod, kept his Kryptonian suit on. I mean, like whatever. That's a nitpick, but like I don't know, just a lot of goofy shit. Like, do y'all care about spoilers?
No,
Spoilers.
I'm never gonna watch this movie willingly.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying with the Zod bit. It's like it's not like it was his choice to put that back on. It's like they just wanted to reuse the same 2008 model.
Yeah. It's probably yeah. I think it was because they didn't want to CGI his face that much. I don't know. Fucking ridiculously produced movie. But they kill Supergirl, right? But you know how she dies? Zod just stabs her like in her stomach.
And she goes,
Like you, yeah, like you can't kill a Kryptonian like that. Like
yes, you can.
So she's dead
you,
now? Like they're
okay.
not gonna introduce any further
Tell me,
films about
wait,
her?
time out. How'd she die? Tell me the scene, play by play. I'll be Supergirl, you be Zod.
Okay,
I
beat my ass. Just start swinging. Start swinging, right? Boom, boom. You're swinging, you're swinging, you're swinging, you're swinging. I get my man strength and I backhand you. And then I get my knife and I stab you. And boom, you're fucking dead. Like, that's it. Like, and then they take her blood to repopulate their people. And then, you know what? The Flash goes back in time to save her, and she just keeps dying like that. She just keeps getting stabbed. I'm like, bruh,
That's
like,
stupid. I thought I heard that
there's two. Was a what?
fucking
it was Michael Keaton's Batman who died, not Supergirl.
Yeah, no, they both died several times.
That's
Michael Keaton,
stupid.
Batman died.
Why would you
No,
bring him
well,
back
okay.
just for that? I mean,
No, because that's the reason for the villain of the movie, his existence, who's in the movie for like 5 minutes maybe. It's Dark Flash, and like he's created from his younger self, the new Flash. He keeps going back in time to save to try and save Supergirl and Batman in this battle. And then he just keeps failing. So he
That
becomes
sounds
evil.
like
I
It's
don't know.
basically like a regular show bit. Where
yeah,
he's like,
Yes.
I gotta go back in
yes.
time and do something, but and
literally
then he
the
goes to do it,
most
and then it goes wrong, and then he goes back in time. Right before he goes back in time, he's like, I have to go back in time and do something.
the
No, don't
most
do that.
fucking
This is what goes
generic
wrong.
yeah, the most fucking generic plot line they
It's
could have
pretty basic.
ever wrote is
Whatever you do, don't fuck your mom.
He almost, bro. There was one scene when he was like reminiscing with his mom. Like I swear to God, maybe it was the actress, but I swear she was giving her own son "fuck me" eyes. Like it was fucking weird. Like she was like
This is the
holding
sexual
his face,
tension,
and she's
the
like,
unintentional sexual tension.
Jesus.
he
Well, I
was like
wonder if that
licking.
was like intentional or something. The
Nah,
director
she
has
wasn't.
some sort of proclivities. Oh
I don't know
shit.
who the director was. Oh, Andy
You would
Muschietti.
never know if he fucked his mom because he'd be like this, and it's over. It happened. He'd be like,
Maybe I thought. Maybe I just thought she was. Never mind.
maybe you just have like a dirty
Um.
thought that you're trying to imply on others.
Yeah. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. Hey,
Because
let's just
I
keep that
figured this
to
out.
ourselves.
I figured this out today. I gave myself anxiety and learned a little something about myself. I
What?
was
Yeah.
I was ordering. I was getting some Chipotle today, and I saw myself in the glass, but I didn't think it was myself. I thought it was someone behind me, and I thought to myself, "Oh no, this guy behind me is gonna think I'm standing weird." So I stood normal, and then I stood around to make sure he wasn't like the because I was like, "Is that someone or is it a reflection?" And it was just me. I was like, "Oh, I'm an idiot," but at the same time,
Yes.
I was right. The guy behind me did think I was standing dumb. It
What? Oh, because he was you.
was me.
Oh, that's funny. That's
My
pretty
own
good.
anxieties are manifestations of my own fears, and I
Well,
project
obviously,
them onto others.
duh. We all know this, but we choose to ignore it and just suffer.
Not me.
Oh, really?
Jam.
And what if
Uh,
I killed you?
or, well,
What would you fucking do if I put a knife in
yeah,
your throat? What would you do if we were just chilling at CC's and you
yeah,
were munching on some pizza and I get a butter knife from the front and you're chilling, right? And I grab you by your hair from behind and you're like, oh shit, what are you doing? Because you think this is a
What
joke.
are you doing?
Suddenly,
I'd be like,
bro, you start bleeding. You start bleeding, but you can't go anywhere because if you move, you're gonna get your hair yanked on, and that hurts a lot.
oh, like
You're
that.
crying like a
You
bitch.
kidding me? You fucking think I'm some fucking retard, and that's my biggest concern. That I wouldn't like yank my scalp off before I let you kill me
But
with
here's
a
the thing. Here's the thing. You start swinging blindly, right? You hit Kenneth in the face. Kenneth is like, "What the fuck?" So he starts beating you up. Suddenly, Kenneth is beating your ass. Logan jumps in just because, and then I'm stabbing
Logan
you in your
would
neck
not
with a butter
punch
knife.
me.
You're
Logan would not.
dying right now.
Logan would not see me getting jumped and fucking joined in like that. Not Logan.
No,
I'm not
Logan's
saying
doing
he
that
would
because I
help.
put fear toxin in him, in his beer, and not in his
So,
beer, in his lemonade.
so he sees me as Steven and
Yeah,
it says, out of these three animals, that's the scariest one.
he's the,
He's the-
I'm finished.
uh, so
And then Dom is there recording the whole
I'm
thing.
having my throat like violently being bruised by a butter knife, and Kenneth is like made half of my face numb,
Yes,
and
but this
Logan
is the plastic butter knife, by the way.
jumped off a table and stomped both of his feet onto my knee.
Oh my, really? He fucking killed you. You're dead as hell. I'm sorry, kids. Look, to make it up to you,
Say, what would you do? I couldn't do anything.
damn.
Tell
Yeah,
me,
sounds like
what
you're
would you
bitch made. If I'm being honest.
what would you do if I fucking murdered and tortured and killed your ass?
You gotta. I would haunt you. That's what I would fucking do.
I'm
I would
dead.
haunt your ass. I'm dead. I'm a
I'm
fucking
dead.
ghost. You're
I'm
dead.
dead. You killed me, and you're gonna haunt me?
Nah, wait. This is the situation where you kill me.
No, I don't have that scenario. You said the scenario is all right, Lucas, what would you do? And then you said all of this. You basically said, what would you do if I tortured and killed you? Like, I can't fucking do anything now.
Well, yes, I realize this, but I was just saying hypothetically, if you did that to me,
Okay, then you'd haunt me. And then I'd fucking say, wow, gee whiz, this sucks.
no,
Like,
that's not all I
fucking,
would do. I would possess your mom and have her kill your whole family slowly with a butter knife.
I'd say this is
All of them.
the worst possible thing that I could have never predicted to ever happen. I'd probably kill myself from terror.
Out of terror, you wouldn't I'm possessing your mom. I feel like I wouldn't be able to do that to my mom.
Okay, listen, if you possess my mom, I'm gonna do everything I can to try to help her. But if you possess my mom and my first interaction with her was before she was possessed is that she murdered everyone I knew, I don't think they're saving her at that point.
That's fair.
I don't think I can hug my mom out of mass murder.
I believe in the power of friendship and love, Lucas. If you believe too, you would
Let's just say I've been trying to get rid of
survive.
my mom for a while now. I've been looking for a good alibi. What the hell? The one sock Chuck?
Dominic. Dom.
He cut
Dom.
his vocal cords have been removed.
Dom. Dahmer.
Dominic was barking in the apartment too much, so they took his vocal cords out.
Dom. God damn it.
You can't talk anymore.
Open your fucking eyes.
It's like you're not listening to what I'm saying, dude.
I thought y'all were just ignoring me this whole time, and I didn't realize I was on mute.
Are you fucking dead?
I thought you muted yourself if you just wanted to let us go.
I thought y'all were just being assholes.
That's what I thought too. I thought you like.
No, I muted myself to sneeze, and I thought I unmuted myself. Oh god.
That's
Oh,
okay.
what I was trying to say though, y'all were like describing exactly something y'all were trying to do to me once. We were at
Okay, so the other night, bro, right? I was in my I'm playing. I'm Josh.
we were at Nathan's house, and y'all were telling me a story of how this mom had like killed her baby while the baby was in the high chair. And I was like, if I was that baby, I would have just dodged. And then Lucas just grabs me and like sticks a knife at me and goes, "No, because you would have been able to do this." And then Morgan was just egging him on, going, "Yeah, yeah."
Oh, dude, I forgot that was just because I haven't been around people for a while now. I forgot that some of my base behavior used to be grabbing a real knife and then grabbing someone for real and just going, I'm just kidding.
Exactly. Like, and then there was that other time that Morgan tried to strangle me at Erica's party, and I was just accepting it at that point. I was like, you know what? Go ahead, choke me to death at this party and ruin the course of everyone else's life.
That was kind of gay, bro.
Sorry, man.
Just
It's what
accepting it,
happens.
just like letting
It's what
another man
happens when
strangle
you're.
you.
It's what happens when you're the smallest. It used to be
Yeah.
me, and now it's you.
I'm
I'm 10 feet tall.
Yep.
In
When you're
social status.
I'm Danny DeVito, and y'all are the rest of the gang from It's Always Sunny.
And we are Danny DeVito stacked on top of
Multiple Danny DeVitos just merged together.
Danny DeVito. That's funny.
Holy shit.
Right. Actually, okay, if I'm any character from It's Always Sunny, it's probably Charlie.
Yeah.
What?
Wait, that's a different show.
Chris Pratt.
Are you thinking of Parks and Recreation?
He's thinking of parking my nuts in your mouth.
Oh. I think if I'm a character, I'm definitely Frank.
You're a freak?
I'm Frank. I'm Danny DeVito's character, Frank Reynolds.
I think Frank is y'all's fusion.
Yeah, if you combine Lucas, if me and you were like fused together, we'd turn into Danny
let's
DeVito from
put
It's
on the
Always Sunny.
Let's put on the
Have y'all seen the movie
patara
Tusk?
earrings.
Or do y'all
Huh?
at least know what it's about?
Oh
The movie
shit.
Tusk.
Yeah. Oh
I'm gonna
man.
Oh,
I'm gonna
uh,
turn y'all into Danny
No.
DeVito, like
you're
he
gonna
turned
turn
that
me into a
into human
tusk?
walrus hybrid.
No.
Yes, I'm gonna search, bro. I'm gonna grab y'all together. You're gonna be one being, but you're gonna both be there.
We're both gonna share a tusk.
Yes, but you'll have two penises.
Oh, cool! Like a snake.
Yeah.
Like
Wait.
a.
Yeah.
We're basically a mammalian snake.
Does anyone know Photoshop who can merge
No.
mine and Lucas's face to just
Actually?
form a Danny DeVito lookalike? Like
That would
use
be
Danny
cool.
DeVito as the template and then take me and Lucas's features and then just go crazy with it.
Morgan, can
Go
you
crazy.
Go
stupid.
Can you take your nuts out of my mouth, please?
All right,
They've been sitting in there for a while.
here. You put the nuts in your own mouth.
No, they're in. I want them out. Morgan's not saying anything. It's like
Hold
that.
on to them.
It's like that's his answer. When I ask him if I could take his nuts out, it's just
You guys see the Ender portal right here? Look, y'all are gonna see what I'm watching through my reflection. Like, there's the Ender portal. There's the Nether rocks.
What
fucking autistic.
is that? Is that a reflection from your? Were you?
From my
talking about-
monitor. Look, right
Those
here
are
from my monitor. You don't see like the Nether rocks and there's the end portal right there.
Those
Sure
are-
can.
Why are you using
I
that?
love
to
how I'm
show
playing
your-
Minecraft with no hands right now.
Are you using your? Are you
Wait,
using?
what the hell?
Are you
What
using
the
your?
hell?
Bro, are you watching a YouTube video? Get the fuck out
No.
of here.
No, I'm
You're probably
not.
watching
Yes,
something.
because I remember he was fucking saying he was watching Minecraft playthroughs yesterday. I remember
You're
the
fucking watching
last
Dream.
episode.
You
fucking
fucking
No, never.
watching Sky does Minecraft.
I'm not. I'm watching neither of those. This is a Minecraft relaxing long play
It's
by
been
YouTube
a-
channel Cammy right here.
This Stampy Longhead.
Dude, I love Stampy Longhead, but no, I'm not able to invest in his lore right now.
Stampy pissed me off. I could never watch Stampy.
Okay, I know his voice is annoying, but I think that it's honestly amazing. He was able to make, like, how many episodes did he have in his series?
I don't know.
I think over
I
500,
know
right?
that.
Maybe more. Like,
Guys, we're talking Minecraft. What?
I wonder how
Yeah.
many episodes Stampy has of Minecraft. Okay, 800 actually.
Minecraft.
And the most recent one just came 11 hours ago, so it's still going on. Like, it came out
I came 11
today.
hours ago.
Oh,
Oh, it sounds like you're pretty pent up then.
yep.
Oh. Oh.
We're about to get cut off. I'll see y'all in 10 minutes.
What are you implying?
We're about to get cut off.
Boys.
No. Okay, yeah, but that's another topic.
You like little boys?
Here we go. I'll see y'all in.
The longest
boys.
minute
Bro, you
ever.
gotta-
Yeah,
kept talking until it cut off. You know what is a good movie though? Transformers, that new one, Rise of the Beast. I watched that movie. That was probably the greatest theater experience I've ever had. Like that
Tell
shit
me
was,
more.
bro. I don't even know. That shit just had me hyped, bro.
Don't
Like-
fucking tease me, you son of a fuck. Tell me more.
No, like you gotta watch it. Did you watch it? Have you seen it?
No, dude. You better fucking tell me more. Or I'll kill you.
No. Because like okay, so there's the end tag was fucking batshit crazy, if I'm being honest. Like I wasn't expecting it. Like, do you want me to tell you? Because this shit is crazy. Like this, it's like
I've been asking you for 5 minutes to tell
No,
me.
I don't care.
Okay, so spoilers for Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. So it's the end credit scene, right? And the main character he's at a job interview, and then he's like, he said, "What's this gap in your resume?" And he was like, "Oh, I was out in Africa or some shit, fighting I mean, not fighting. Just like I don't talk about it. It's just a
Fighting,
job I was doing.
robot gorillas.
Yeah, yeah. And he was like, "Oh, really? Just a job, huh? Fighting big robots?" And he was like, "What? How do you know about the big robots?" And I was like, "Oh, this is interesting." And then I realized this is like some agency. I was like, they're spying on him. And I almost lost my shit. I was going crazy because, like, is this Sector 7, bruh? Is this Sector 7 from the Michael Bay movies? Are they gonna do that shit again? I was low-key hype. I was a little hype, right? And then he gives him a card. And then the main character, what was his name? His name is Noah. Noah looks at the card and he's like, okay, cool. And then the guy gets up and he goes into a big, open, empty fucking parking, like just warehouse, and there's a spaceship there, I guess. And then he's like, welcome to the team, buddy. And then he flips the card over. You know what the fucking card says? Dom, do you hold on real quick, Dominic? Do you know what the card says? Do you know which secret agency this is?
That you're
The-
coming out of the closet.
The NYPD.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
The
Oh, he got sad.
the SWAT.
He got sad. We don't take his Transformers seriously.
The Navy SEAls.
The Marine Corps.
The
Okay,
green
no,
the
no,
Green
real shit.
Beret.
I shit you not, bro. He flips this card over and it says G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe. G.I. fucking Joe. G.I. fucking, I swear to God, right hand of God, cross my heart. G.I. Joe.
If you're being dead ass with us,
I'm
That's
being dead fucking
what
serious. I
crazy
had a heart attack. I quite nearly almost died in that theater. 'Cause I
no,
was like,
I'm
no.
glad I didn't see this movie. Now I would have went.
dude, no.
Are you kidding me? What a choice! You think it's gonna be the classic trope where it's like, we noticed a gap in your resume. You wouldn't happen to be doing the plot of the first movie, have you? And then
Oh
it's
my
like,
God.
oh, and then they say, I am government. We're here to take you in. And it's like,
You serious? You're actually serious.
Dude,
G.I.
this happened.
fucking Joe.
Maybe I was having a schizophrenic meltdown, but this shit, I saw this shit, bro.
That is insane. Why
Bro,
though? Like how? Like a whole universe about action figures coming
Listen.
together?
Hear me out.
They fit perfectly together. None of the humans in Transformers movies are humans. They're like superhuman Fast and Furious action stars that are
Yes.
anime protagonists who can't die when they're there's a scene from the second movie where fucking Shia LaBeouf is slammed by Megatron, and the scene is here's Megatron, here is human. You
Bro,
know?
Gaia gets fucking manhandled by Megatron so often in these movies. I'm surprised he hasn't broken every bone in his body. Were you talking about the second movie or the first one?
Just saying, like in general, every person in Transformers, robot and human alike, gets fucked up to such a level of degree that you could just consider them immortal.
Yes. I seen in the second movie, he gets flung across. It's like an old abandoned factory. And he's just getting flung. He gets flung across the room like 3 times.
That's the one. He's like
That's the
chasing,
one.
like, I'm gonna catch you. And he's like, no, don't catch me. And then he goes, in his little. I've seen it. It's not like a slap. Not that it would fucking matter because it's a giant robot with hydraulic press hands. But he goes,
Dude. Okay, I work in like a fucking turbine warehouse, right? And I've been nudged by one of those things on a crane, a small one, and that shit hurts, and it flings you like that shit hurts, bro.
Morgan,
Like,
I will get my hand cut off by that ceiling fan in your room right now. I don't think I would survive getting flicked by Megatron.
this ceiling fan has hit me in the back of my head one time, and I was on the ground for like 5 minutes. Just I couldn't move. I was like, it
That's
was
what
going
you
full.
get. That's what you get for being tall.
Nah, this was I had a bunk bed.
Still
Bunk
though.
That's
bed,
what you
ceiling
get.
fan,
And
crazy
now,
Yeah.
now Dominic is pointing at Morgan's bed. That's what you get.
That's what you get for
being tall.
Actually,
Bunk
right.
bed.
Fuck that bed. That bed has me
how's
fucked
the
up.
weather up there?
It's about 5.
Cold.
Do y'all remember that show Tall Girl that was on Netflix?
Yo,
That
it
was
was
two
new.
movies.
Everybody was clowning on it, like, you think your life is hard? I'm tall. And then it was like this TikTok thing where the second girl takes off a wig and she's bald and she's like, I have cancer. And then the video just stops.
Well, yeah,
I remember.
that's why the second movie goes even harder because it shows how
Really?
like retarded the first movie is. Because it's like, well, Jody, now that you're famous and loved by everyone, we'd like for you to answer some of the questions that people would consider that being tall is not much of a big problem. You know, like people with the terminal illness or
Yeah.
people who don't have food or anywhere to live. And then she starts having panic attacks for the entire movie. It's great.
I would,
Oh,
yes, I will pay to see that.
You can't. You don't have
watch
to.
it. Watch it now, then. Watch it now, then, bitch. Watch it. Go watch it right after the
We need to
podcast.
do
All
we
right.
need to do, movie reactions. We can react
We
to
do.
Tall Girl.
That
We do.
reminds me of I was in English class, right? And we were supposed to write some like poems or something, and this one girl read out hers, and it was like how much being a white girl sucks. Like, I'm sorry, you never had to be discriminated against by a minority, and you're like society's standards for beauty. Like, oh, sorry us for like making jokes about you and shit.
God damn. White people.
Literally, her grandparents probably use the N-word on a daily basis, and she's crying like, I just hate how I'm blonde and I don't have an ass. Like, I just hate it so much. Oh,
Did it come off as genuine, or was she just trying to
yes, no, it
get that
did. Like,
off?
she was
What year
pouring
was
her
this?
heart out
What
to this.
year was this?
Because I will say
I was
some
a junior. Like,
I will say self-deprecating shit if it's just to like get an essay out of the way to be like, yeah, my life sucked. I like tripped on a bar of soap once when I was 18. You know, and I'll be like, all right, here, take that, call me pathetic and give me my grade.
Yeah,
exactly.
fair enough.
No, like this was junior year, like my last year of high school officially, or I mean before the pandemic, like.
Nothing but a broke boy, 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 boy.
Yeah, that was just embarrassing to watch. I got secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah.
Okay, it's okay. Like sometimes people are just dumb.
Yeah, I just hate it when people, you know, it's really sad when people are being heartfelt and genuine, but they're just wrong.
Pretty
You know,
much.
when like in their minds they think they're winning, but they're losing.
Did y'all
Damn.
ever see the video where this
No.
speed runner was doing like a Zelda speed run and he's just trying to focus on the game and behind him this lady like breaks down crying
What?
saying like I'm sorry everyone but I have cancer and I'm dying and like the guy in
Oh,
the Link costume was just still trying to play the game, and the lady was getting offended that he wasn't listening, like stopping everything for her. I'm like, yeah, I
What?
get it. Your situation sucks, but like you came to this thing willingly, like to watch somebody else do something, and you're just kind of making it all about you right now, you know?
which is yeah, it's horrible. I'm sorry about your situation, but I'm not a therapist. I don't know what to do
Exactly.
right now. I am frankly uncomfortable beyond comprehensible thought
Everybody looked
of
uncomfortable.
consolation.
Like I think
But
somebody
I
next
know
to her like
I thought you were
patted her on the
saying
shoulder, and that was it.
I thought you were saying one that I thought it was the complete opposite. It was where a streamer noticed that one of his old subs resubbed again. I was like, "Oh, hey, haven't seen you in a while. Hey, how you been? You know, hey, I just haven't seen you in a while." And
Yeah.
she's like, "Yeah, I've been doing, you know, not so great. My mother just recently passed away, but you know, I'm getting through it. Things are going good for me. I'm just moving past this." It's like, wow, what a bummer. Like, really, don't come in here with that stuff. Like,
God.
like I know I asked you, like, you know,
Oh
how you
my
doing?
God.
But the appropriate response is like, yeah, I'm doing fine. Or, hey, you know, could be better. Could be better is an appropriate response. Saying, hey, my mom died of cancer. That's not okay. Now everyone feels weird. I was like,
And then everyone in the chat was just going, Poggers,
Who said this?
Poggers.
Who said who? Say that one last time.
I think he said he's got to
I
look
have
it
to,
up.
I have to look him up. I don't. It's not
Oh,
Yeah,
someone I watch regularly. It's someone
kill
I watch
yourself.
on
God
Critical
damn.
News.
Kill.
I thought I would have saw that in like a cringe compilation or something. Not like, did you see it live or something?
Yeah, I
No,
feel like I've seen that before.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. I don't want to look it up. I don't want to include that. That's just
Okay, yeah. What am I doing?
humanity at its
What am I
I
doing?
want
lowest.
to know who it is. I want
I
to know who.
I don't wish to know. I just wish to pretend that didn't happen.
So you wish to be bitch made for the rest of your life? Eh?
Yes.
Damn.
Damn.
God damn you, Morgan,
This
and
podcast is gonna
your
be
absolute
almost 3
logic.
hours long.
My
Morgan,
absolute what?
your absolute logic. You're either a bitch, you're a dumb pussy bitch, or a mean, horrible asshole.
Pretty
There's
much.
only two routes you can go in this life.
You know, that's
Little bitch or big asshole.
pretty much, yeah, it's a good way to sum life to
Damn.
its core.
Damn. To its core, nincompoops.
Are you really just
You're
gonna
the
drop, you really gonna drop an M-bomb on
yes
He
on Black
has.
History.
wow.
It's not Black History Month.
Who the fuck are you
What
to
are you
tell me
talking
when my
about?
month is?
Where's this
You can't just say that
I
any
did.
random month is Black History Month when there's an established Black History Month.
What are you talking about Black History Month for? I was just talking about an N-bomb that Morgan just dropped.
Listen, nobody said anything about Black History Month.
Exactly. Where's this
Y'all are
coming
trying to gaslight me. This is all being recorded. Like I can't just
Exactly. And they're gonna be
embarrass y'all
like,
later.
why is he talking about Black History Month?
Because Morgan said
You
Black
know-
History Month is today.
Okay, did you know that MLK was an inside job? His death was an inside job.
Wait, hold on. MLK or MLKJR? There's two.
JR.
Okay.
Both of
Oh, okay. Both of them.
yes.
Okay, go on. I want to hear this father-son duo.
No. I don't know shit about the father, but I know he
Just
was
like Will Smith and Jaden Smith on After Earth.
all right. No. Lyndon
What
B.
is
had Martin Luther King Jr. killed.
what's
I know
your
this.
evidence for this?
Are you shitting me? Have you met that man? It's Lyndon
No,
B.
I haven't.
Have I met Lyndon B. Johnson? Huh? You know,
Yeah, jackass.
come to think of it, I don't think I have those kind of connections.
I'm deadly serious. I'm deadly serious. I shook his hand. That nigga has murder in his eyes. He has racist murder in his eyes. Bro, have you seen Bad Boys 2? The scene where they invade the KKK rally? Like they
No.
don't recover, right?
That
And
sounds
can you
hilarious
say
though.
these- How can you say these things about Attila the Hun? Have you met him? He was horrible.
Anyways, I don't know why y'all are clowning me like this when we've all met them.
We've all met Lyndon B. Johnson and Martin Luther
Heinrich
King Jr.
Himmler and Napoleon Bonaparte and
No, not Napoleon.
Julius Caesar,
I'm
Saladin.
Napoleon.
I'm not.
Sure, bud.
I'm. I don't know.
I'm a go big over.
We're-
Well, I'll go big over.
I like how we all just had like the same idea in our heads and it just came off the right moment.
Just what, bro? It just came, bro.
Yeah, it came.
Why is it coming?
I don't know.
Hey, listen, what if we were, exactly as who we were now? I don't mean that personality wise. I'm saying if we were transported 20 years in the past, you think we would, as a defense mechanism, automatically think of a cartoon?
What?
A cartoon that hadn't been made yet.
Again slower.
Yeah, a cartoon that happened. Yeah. I don't know.
Whoa.
The SpongeBob movie didn't come out until 2005, right?
I'm just saying what you think would be more cognitive if we were who we were now, but 20 years ago.
No,
No.
we
Wait,
wouldn't have
wait.
information
Okay,
as readily
hold on.
accessible.
Wait a minute. So hold on. Wait, 1 second. Do you think we would be more cognitive if we were this age in like 2005?
No, in 2003.
Wait, 20 years? Oh, what the hell? Oh, yeah,
No
it is the 2020.
Okay, most definitely, because iPhones have done some major damage to all of us.
Yep. So
Yeah.
instead, we would have
think-
like what?
Bro,
MySpace
I-
or some shit.
We'd have
I think in an alternate
tumors.
universe. I think in an alternate universe where we don't have iPhones, we're all like engineers or some shit.
No.
We all just have
Like-
trade jobs, which is respectable, normal jobs like our parents.
I don't think it's that simple. I think what it really did was give us so much information readily accessible. We don't know what to do with it. So all we would really have to work on is what's presented to us or what we choose to research for ourselves using like
no.
Okay, I've made it my mission to kill God.
Me too, dude. I want to reach level 100. I want to prestige master rank. I want to get 100% all unlocks, and then
No,
kill God.
no, none of this video game nonsense. None of that. We're finding the spear of destiny. We're going to the throne of heaven.
How
And
can
we're
a
stabbing
man?
that nigga in his chest. We're impaling the king of heaven. But
oh
we're
my
taking his throne. This is
How
not
can
a
a man
game.
kill a god?
What's a god?
To never you, I don't fucking know.
No, that's
There's
exactly
someone
what it
who's about to get
But-
smited by an actual god,
is. I
regardless
didn't
if
want to
he
say that.
believes
I
in
didn't
them or
want to say
not.
that. No, God has to smite me, yes, but I'm a weave master.
You can't weave space and time, motherfucker.
I can if I have you by my side.
Did you know that when the cameras were
I
off,
will take his time, and you'll take his space, and
Exactly.
we'll throw it back at him.
Morgan,
See how what?
when we were still waiting for you and the cameras were off, speaking of space and time, Lucas was educating me on how black holes worked. He was asking me like if I could be alive through a black hole, would I try to experience it? And at first I was like, yeah, sure. And he was like, no, you wouldn't. You'd be so uncomfortable and like I don't know, honestly, it was just bamboozling me, the amount of like or just random scientific knowledge he was dropping.
Yeah,
You-
because
why do you-
regardless, I knew you'd say yeah because it was a ridiculous question. But then I knew if I would tell you the facts, regardless of your statement or not, you are now in a state that you do not feel comfortable in which you can answer properly.
I'm just terror for the I don't know. Whenever I think about space, I get anxiety because like I can't imagine anything existing beyond my like perceived reality of being on Earth, you know, like imagining
Sounds
the
like you need to go
cosmos and
outside more, sir.
no, I'm saying like from my experience going outside and just sorry, experiencing Earth as it is, like nature and shit, thinking about the cosmos, like seeing space and like nebulas and shit, like it freaked me out, you know, I'd feel too small for my own comfort.
Just
I
seems
want
like
to
you
go
haven't
outside.
perceived. You just don't know what light speed travel looks like in person.
You're right. You're right. I
Yeah,
should
you
try
just gave me
DMT like you
about
have
that.
and just experience. I'm sorry, in Minecraft,
Nah, commit.
No. When you smoke DMT, it's the equivalent of space travel.
yeah.
It
In
is.
Minecraft
I
when we
remember
do
the
that.
bathroom.
I mean, I haven't done it in Minecraft or real life.
Because hear me out, when you smoke the DMT, you get so dissociated from your body that you only go into your mind. Well, your mind functions in electricity, and electricity moves at the speed of light. And if all you are is your mind, which is your consciousness, which is being controlled by electricity, which is moving at the speed of light,
Yeah.
your thoughts and actions and very perception of reality is moving at the speed of light.
Yeah.
So if you're on a DMT high, someone's just watching you go like this. But in your mind, you're going like,
That's crazy.
and then you
Hold
go,
Bruh.
Lucas
don't
just
know.
has the power of flames at his disposal. He's
Yep.
Gwyn, the fire sparker, whatever his name was.
He's Gwen.
I'm Gwen, the transgender spider person.
No,
Yes.
from Dark Souls. What was his name?
Oh, Lord Gwen.
Yes, Lord Gwyn, the
Gwen.
Lord of
Who's-
Cinder
The only lord I acknowledge is Garmadon.
Who's that?
from Ninjago.
Fucking retard. Most
You
pathetic
don't
thing
respect.
ever.
You
This is
will
the most
respect
pathetic
Lord
thing I've ever
Garmadon.
heard. I won't
You
respect.
will respect me.
I'm not respecting some Bionicles or some shit.
And that Bionicles, they're
Dude,
He's an
those Bionicle
all-powerful
movies went hard. I remember watching those and then
yeah.
playing
Those
my
Bionicles-
Bionicles being like, dude, this is like the best franchise ever.
I think the people who made those Bionicle movies made like the anime movies for Final Fantasy and shit,
Let's see
and like
Who
Resident
Bionicle
Evil.
movies were made.
created the
They are
Bionicle.
made, but they look cool. Imagine seeing a video game you like being a cool anime movie.
Uh-huh. And then who created
Imagine my nuts are finally coming in your
the
mouth.
Final Fantasy?
They're fucking seeping out of the pores where hairs come out.
I'll pull them out in
Mm,
this.
You fuck ew. That's
I'm
like,
not sure, Lucas. I don't think you got the right
Oh, I
information.
have no idea what I was saying. I was probably lying. I'm sorry that you looked these things up.
Y'all were probably the two worst people I could have possibly asked to start a podcast with from the amount of misinformation you just give me as a joke to gaslight me.
Just a bunch of genuine liars and racist.
I'm just gonna exactly. I'm gonna stop looking things up. I'm just gonna just accept it. Like, oh, sure, of course, the Bionicle movies were made by the same people who made Resident
Listen,
Evil and
we
Final
just need to
Fantasy,
make-
and
We just
of
need-
course, GI Joe is in
Yeah.
Transformers.
No, bro, swear to God, may God strike me down if G.I. Joe
Hear
is
me
not
out. We just need to
Transformers
make.
universe.
We need to make the headcanon that Born to Shoot Force of Wipe is its own separate canon universe outside Earth.
Pretty much, you're watching a podcast that took
whatever
place in a
we say-
reality
Whatever we say is factual to us.
to us, but to a normal person watching, it's just a bunch of people who need to take their meds to treat their
You know what?
schizophrenia.
We need to cut this out. We can't let people know it's all a bit. We gotta let them. We have to keep. The
Well, they'll
mark-
still think it's a bit anyways, because they'll think we're liars to begin
This
with.
is not a bit.
Oh,
There is
yeah.
no bit. There
Yeah.
was never a bit. We're just insane, and that's okay.
It is.
Crazy.
I think we
I
didn't
was crazy. They put me in a
TV
room,
enough because
a
let me
room filled with rats. Rats
just say,
make me crazy. Crazy? That was crazy.
what the fuck
Put me
are
in a
you
room.
doing?
A
You know what?
rubber-
My
A
sister
rubber room
was
filled with
chanting that the other
rats.
day, and it was
Rats
really
make me
freaking me out.
crazy.
All right, so you know
I
what?
was crazy. They put me in a room. A room full of okay.
I hope you get pink eye.
Morgan, you're the
Ah!
one who just stuck a Lego piece in your eye. You're
Yeah,
gonna get the pink eye first.
And that's
See,
why I
that's what
thought
I
of
was
pink
talking
eye,
about. You
because I was like, what if I get pink eye? And then I
I'm
was
giving
like,
myself pink eye, so let me go ahead and project that onto my friends.
exactly. See, Luke,
See, I told you. I figured it out. I knew it for a fact. It's universal.
if I
It's crazy.
if
How
I
are
ever
we
get
all
lice,
like? How are
I'm
we
gonna
so
go-
similar, but yet
If I was shitting on the toilet and my poop got stuck and my ass wouldn't open up, I'd say, I hope you get a prolapse.
Wait. One time I was at my great uncle's house or some shit.
With
And
soft serving in his mouth.
yeah, yeah. But after that, I went to take a shit in this toilet, and then they had told me that the toilet upstairs don't flush. Well, my son, I took a shit in this toilet, and then I realized
This toilet, sure.
it didn't flush.
That
So
is
I just closed the door and walked out, and then I acted like I never went to
you
the
are a
bathroom.
menace.
monster.
You're a fucking
He
menace.
I want to call you so many bad things right now, but I can't because I did the same thing last week.
Last week, I was
was-
like 13.
I was at work and I didn't know how to flush the toilets because they're the fucking toilets that have a camera on it. So they flip the. I shouldn't say a camera, a sensor.
The sensor
Mm.
is actually a
No,
camera that tries to steal your dick
Yeah.
information.
That's why it wasn't flushing because it wasn't a sensor; it was a fucking camera.
Exactly.
I couldn't flush the toilet because the sensor wasn't going off, and I just took a big fucking nasty wolf. And I'm desperately like I'm sweating because I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of this shit. And I get to the point where it's like I'm taking way too much time off of work playing with poo poo, and I
Oh.
don't know how to flush.
Whoa.
I have to leave it here because I don't know what to do.
That's terrible. A similar thing happened to me. I guess
You got
3
you got
weeks
stabbed
ago.
with poo poo.
Okay, yeah, but his toilet was the kind that like the water pressure was pretty low, so I took like multiple flushes to get it all down.
Oh,
I was at my
glass
friend's
on
house and
the
I didn't just want to leave it there. I needed it to be gone by any means possible.
You're
So
the type of
yeah,
person to think that you can fix a toilet by just flushing it over and over again.
I mean
You're
he had
Bro,
warned me that like it would probably take 2 flushes, but instead it took me like 6.
you can put more
you
water
flushed
in
it
the
6
thing.
times.
I had
Dog.
to.
You can put
No, you
more
didn't.
water in the toilet.
My own water wouldn't make a difference. It was the pressure that the flush was putting down the drain. But
You know
hey,
what?
I
The
was
pressure is
born to
affected by the
shit,
amount of
forced to
water versus
white.
weight.
The next time I went to his house, I checked to see if the poop was still there.
Because I was feeling hungry.
I think it was just your guilt. It was like the telltale heart with the heart beating underneath the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
floorboards. It
It
was
was
your
your
shit, like
God.
it
My
was your
shit stank in the bathroom.
and then it shows at the end of the episode 99.9% of people the shit, but you did it. You did eat the shit. You're stupid.
horrible.
And because of that, your character died of starvation in episode 3.
I wonder
Yeah,
if he knows it was me.
he definitely knows it was you. Who
Nah,
else could it have
no,
been?
because there's so many. He has so many parties, and he's always having people over and shit.
Listen, kids, when kids think they're being slick, they stick out like a sore fucking thumb. So someone's gonna notice that the toilet's fucked up and you're acting all weird. So they probably knew it, just wasn't gonna do anything about
Listen,
it.
listen. I don't think he discovered it. Well, no, I know he discovered it, but I don't think he knows it was me. Just
Listen,
because
this isn't the 1950s.
I'm a
They're not gonna
genius.
grab a little kid by the fucking ear and say, "You shit in the toilet, fuck it up."
Child abuse. It's hilarious.
Bro.
Like, I don't even see kids getting yelled at anymore. You know?
Unfortunately, when they
Yeah.
really in a place that they need to be.
You know what?
I
My
will-
mom used to really go hard on us, but now she just don't even like really bother. Like, it's weird. It's like everyone just changed all of a sudden.
For
Well,
real,
it's 'cause
man.
Kids get to a certain point where it's like, I can't say anything to you. You're becoming your own sentient being now. You're just gonna ignore me, so I'm not even gonna bother.
Like, what's even the point, you know? Our
Damn.
generation, every future generation just progressively gets worse. Eventually, we're
That's
gonna be
not true.
completely unrecognizable.
Nah.
Why are you saying that? We used to live in a time where it was chill just to watch people get crucified and burned alive.
I
You say
mean,
now we're getting worse than
Dude,
before?
slavery, bro.
Slavery was
Listen,
cool.
that
Remember
slavery
that?
was just vibes, bro. Nobody really cared. This like slavery was just going on. Like they were selling entire countries just for workforce, and like they weren't even paying these people, and they were just like, it's fine, you know, like we're better off now.
It's
Fuck
only
yeah,
that.
worse
I
because
just
everyone's
love
making
watching kids having their
weak.
brains fried by the same YouTube videos that fried my brain, except they're worse this time because they're not even hide the fact that it's all meant for like overstimulation.
I just love the fact that I
Modern
can grab
problems.
a child by the face and slam it into the concrete, and then when I
There you
take a
go.
look, and when I take a look at their mother's eyes, I notice that they're not much older than me, and their eyes are glazed over, and a fucking fly just flew off their eye because they're dead brained because they hate
I
their
love lying and getting a child jumped and beaten to death, only to confess 100 years later that it was all fake, and then I die. Like that's just the norm, you know.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
that has
And
to
now
be the
YouTube.
funniest thing some horrible evil asshole could do. Is like they can feel their imminent death and they're like, now before I die, I might have done a few things I'd like to get off my chest. So you guys remember that warehouse in Lebanon? Yeah, I'm sorry. Remember that tidal wave in Fukushito? I'm sorry.
What the fuck?
He
Remember
just like
the
makes he makes an apology video to like show post-mortem at his funeral, and they'll just say, "Yeah,
He's gonna,
9/11. I'm sorry."
my bad, man. I didn't
and
really mean
I
to.
just couldn't, I thought I was done. but then I saw that submarine and I just had to get one. I said, please, Lord, give me one more. Please, Lord, give me one more.
Just one more hit, Lord, please. One more.
Just a 98-year-old man in a fucking scuba diving gear with a hammer going towards the submarine. Boom.
You remember
It
Auschwitz?
probably wouldn't have took that much anyways.
It probably would not have, and that's
Like
the sickening part.
the
You're
whole
not taking
thing.
into account that he has a hammer underwater, so it's
Hey, Lucas.
That's all it took, just a little tap to implode
Hey,
it.
Lucas. How about I hammer your testicles?
whoa.
Are you scared?
He's aroused.
I'm nervous. I saw this nah, I'm
It's
good.
okay. Say it,
No.
pussy. Confess.
No, I don't want to.
No, you have to.
I don't want to. I'm desperate.
I don't want to.
Like I really don't want to. I'm desperate. I'm not going to. I don't want to.
Say it. Say it with your chest, boy.
I don't
I'll
want
say
to.
it with you. Come on. Say it.
I'd rather say that than this, to be honest.
Well, I want to hear it now. You're making me want to hear it more and more. The more you say, I don't want to say it. The more I want to hear.
Dude, it's nothing. You're not missing out. It's just stupid.
What is it? Okay, I want to see it too. I want to see it too. What is it?
Oh, I keep drawing attention to it. No.
I can just cut it out if you want me to. What is it?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to. I'll tell y'all when we stop recording.
Okay, I mean, we only got
Piss
5 minutes left. If anybody has any topics.
Topics. We have been raw dogging this whole thing.
All
I don't
right.
think we've ever had a topic in our life in this entire
topics. Kissing boys, gay, not gay.
Not gay
Depends on the
because
situation. Okay.
technically you're kissing a woman that just happened.
Did that biology today.
For real. Because you know what? You know what a clitoris? You know what a clitoris is? You know what a clitoris is. It's a she dick.
I just follow my life advice from Johnny Bravo. Remember that one episode where he says
clitoris.
He says, "Hey, well, listen here, bub.
Clitoris.
Whatever gets me hard is a woman."
Clitoris.
All right.
Clitoris.
Stop.
I think you're triggering Lucas.
Are you scared? Are you afraid?
The way he like this air bubble thing. It looks like a little kid. Oh, that's great. All right, guys. It's 4 minutes left, and I still really want to hear what Lucas had to say. So, anybody objects to closing this out?
Lucas, do you object to having my nuts in your mouth?
Please don't fucking milk.
And remember, everybody,
in my mouth.
eat Arby's. Dominic, Kenneth, Morgan, and Lucas. We're bored to shit. 4 is too wide. All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll see y'all next week.
Tell us you see it, Lucas.